What is that keeps making that noise? Is that you?
It's my computer.
Your computer keeps making
Okay.
noise?
Yeah. Some, I don't know. One of these ports is fucked up.
Take that computer and throw it out the window right now. Literally.
Dude, that's what I want to.
You're like
That's
10
what I
stories
want to
up.
do. It's what I want to. I really want to
You got
fucking
a
throw
couple
this
of
thing out
bucks.
the
Just go
fucking
buy a new
window.
laptop. You don't have to spend
I just need to.
$1,000 on one. Just buy one for like $200.
I gotta clone this drive and then fucking
Home the
get a
drive.
new.
Throw that out. Buy an SSD. We're in the future, baby.
Well, I gotta back up everything. Like that's on my
No, you
fucking
don't.
laptop.
Just take the drive out. Put it in the closet. All your stuff's already backed up. Put a new drive in. Put Windows 11 on it, and you're good to go.
Yeah, but then I won't have freaking Hulk Hogan's 50th
What are
theme
you
full and
making
clear on my
excuses? What are you,
freaking little.
Boogie? Anthony, do you see this? Like you're even moved over. Like I don't even know what's going on with this video. Like we're both moved to the side for some reason.
Really? Do you have it on the grid thing?
I didn't touch anything from last week, but this is what happens. Yeah, let me mess with this a little bit. I don't know, man. All our stuff is moved to the side now. I don't know what's going on. I fixed everything, so I don't
Technical
know.
difficulties everywhere today.
Yeah, it's very strange. Like we're moved over to the left more. You see the
Right.
video? I know we're live, everybody. I know what's going on. We got Alchemist in the chat. We got the King here. We'll get to the show in 1 minute. Just, yeah, it's very strange, right? Oh, okay. Now that's different. I don't know what's going on. We're all moved over tonight. Let me see.
I see what you're talking about.
Let me see if I can mess with that. Discord. Oh, here you go. There we go. Okay, I think we got it. Perfect. There you go.
Fixed it.
Nice.
Good thing I didn't do the show like that. All right.
We're going to move everything to the left. And then to the right again.
Yep.
Code Veronica? Code Veronica, your ass. All right. We're good to go. Hello and welcome to Game Complainers, episode 520. I'm your host, Barry.
Co-host Anthony.
And Eli back after like 8 years.
He made the CM Punk return.
He's back.
Yeah.
His return was more... Your return is more memorable than his, I guess, right?
Chicago.
I think that guy just didn't know what to say, so he just started doing the JR Chicago thing, and it's like, bro, this is your one-time chance to
But it sounded worse, though.
CM Punk, and you just go, Chicago! Chicago! Chicago!
I would have been like, good luck, man. Like, you know, good luck tonight or whatever. I don't know. Like,
it's like Punk didn't punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, CM Punk is back in WWE. Which
what if when he said Chicago, Punk just pulled out a knife and went,
yeah. I'll show you how we do it in Chicago.
Oh, man.
My man CM Punk is back.
Yeah, I only saw a little bit of it when he came out.
Yeah.
But it was really cool to see him back again. I'm saying this like,
hopefully,
you know, I feel like it's deja vu that I just said. Oh, it's good to see him back. You know, actually come back.
Well, in another year, now he's in TNA, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
let's see. Like my one friend Tyler, who, you know, he came up with me the one time to visit your shop. He was just don't be surprised if he's he's gonna be he's not like he likes Punk, but he's like he knows he's like I don't think that he's gonna last long without causing a problem because he thinks that he's a problem.
Here's
and
the
I'm
problem.
like,
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't think your buddy knows what really happened in AEW.
I told him everything that we
everyone's
talked
pointing
about.
the finger at this guy Punk. It's like, listen, okay, Anthony, I'm going to tell you something. What if you went to work every day and everyone's like, yeah, I don't want to work with you. Fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. We don't want you here. Because the minute this guy walked in AEW, that's all they were saying to him.
Right.
They're calling him a cancer. We don't want him here. This and that. They're making up rumors about him fired. Imagine somebody tells you, yeah, Anthony got this dude fired at Best Buy. And you're like, I didn't have nothing to do with that. But you keep hearing it every day you go to work. You're going to freaking flip out. And you tell the boss, you're like, you got to stop this. Like, people are saying stuff that's not true. And the boss says, yeah, I'll take care of it. And he doesn't take care of it. They push that guy to the limit.
Yeah.
And yeah, should he be putting his hands on anybody? No. But you know what? Nothing was getting done.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So,
and I know, like,
it's
there's
not that
people
he's
that
a
again.
problem. He wasn't a problem in WWE. What happened was in WWE, he got hurt. He was tired. And then that was it.
He wanted time off.
He needed time off. They didn't want to give him the time off. So he said, I'm out of here. They didn't pay him. He sued the company and won in a court of law. So what problem was he there? It wasn't a problem for anybody. But now all of a sudden, because of AEW, he's the problem. Really, AEW, right? They're ready to go to fucking business right now. Because he's not there.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the problem, all right. Yeah, it's really on him, right? He'll be fine in WWE. And I only say that because everyone in WWE, there's a difference there. They're professional about it. These guys in AEW aren't professional. You just had Britt Baker call out Tony Khan for not putting her on TV today. That was what, 10 minutes ago? 15 minutes ago? Seth Rollins, can you imagine if Seth Rollins, he's not on Raw, and he goes on Twitter going, Hunter, you son of a bitch, you didn't put me on fucking TV today? Like, come on, man. They don't do that there. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
This is his last run.
Shit, you're fucking get canned.
He's been trying to get back in WWE for about a year now. Since the brawl out happened, he's been trying to get back.
Right.
Because he went backstage and talked to Triple H for like 5 minutes before Vince McMahon had to throw him out.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably said, hey, I don't think I'm going to last there. Give me a call in a couple of months. Because that was before he went back to AEW.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited just to see him wrestle if he's wrestling again. Obviously, like
dude,
without
if
he's going to be in the Rumble.
If he's doing WrestleMania, we're got to go.
Yeah,
it's in Philly. We're gonna have to go. I want to go to the Royal Rumble in Florida, but nobody wants to go with me.
Right.
You guys got to come with me. I got to go. But
when is that, in May of next year or June?
The Royal Rumble is in January, at the end of January.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
WrestleMania is in March or
April. Around the corner.
I might not be around for WrestleMania.
Whoa. That got dark.
Yeah. Well, I won't be in New York City for WrestleMania. I won't be in the United States.
WrestleMania is not in New York City.
Yeah, that's why I corrected myself. I said I won't be in the United States.
All right. We got Alchemist in the chat. We got the King. We got Stevie Mack, and we got Richard. Richard says, Eli Joe, American hero. Eli Joe, the code name for America's highly trained, daring special mission force.
Unfortunately, I'm not Eli Joe, and I don't think I'll ever be able to be again. But
guys need to rock with the King in a Christmas sweater. We'll think about that. So yes, I think your buddy needs to understand it's going to be a different story this time.
That's what I told. I mean, he's just
not
like
the WWE to pick fights. He only threw punches in AEW because those guys were effing with him bad. Like, really bad.
Right.
They were saying that he got this guy fired when he didn't, and Tony Khan clarified that and said he had nothing to do with it. But the rumor kept perpetuating. They had their guys always tweeting about how much CM Punk sucked and all that shit. Like, they were just beating down on the guy for just going there and trying to help the company. You know why they did that? Because they didn't want him there. What do you think? When the Young Bucks came back from suspension, they played that song. And the lyrics were, "This place will be better when you're gone." And that was before he left the company. Forever. That was before he came back from his injury. So they didn't want him there from day one. You know why they didn't want him there? Because he was going to be the top guy. And he was the top guy there. But that's okay, because now that he's not there, it's just a big indie fed. And I'm not speaking for Eli when I say this. But they're bringing in all these weeb Japanese wannabe guys from Japan. Okay? Who can touchy-feely Kenny Omega's tits all day long. But guess what? They can't draw 1 million people. I got Ospreay. Oh, yeah. They let him fight with Jericho, Fat Slob Chris Jericho, and what's that guy's name? Who is Willy Wonka? What was that guy's name again?
Johnny Depp.
No. Willy Wonka. Who was the dude? In the chat room. Come on.
The original Willy Wonka, the OG.
Willy Wonka. Gene Wilder. Kenny Omega's a bootleg Gene Wilder, okay? Stevie Mac, you got it.
Oh, what is happening?
He's like I was gonna say he's like Stevie Mac with muscles. He's like Gene Wilder with muscles, okay? Nobody cares about him.
Stevie Mac with muscles.
The company's dead. And by the way, you know what I found out, Anthony, last night? So we knew AEW, they're on Warner Brothers Discovery right now, TBS and TNT.
Yeah.
Their contract expires. Their TV deal expires in December, at the end of December. And all year, WBD hasn't re-signed them. They've had meetings and everything. WBD is like, we just want to work on a month-to-month basis right now.
Right.
I found out last night that WWE is in talks with WBD to put Raw on that channel. And the announcement's going to be in the middle of December. So, you're looking right at getting rid of AEW for WWE. And Tony Khan has stated, in his own words, if they don't have that deal from WBD, he cannot sustain AEW. So if they kicked him off that station, he's got to find a station. He's going to find a station that's going to pay them a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
If not, it's game over.
He's already sinking a ton of money into the company. I mean, all the fucking venue people.
He's firing a lot of people now, like a lot of undercard guys, because he doesn't know if he's going to have the money for the TV deal or not. I'm sure if he gets a TV deal, or if WBD doesn't take WWE and they renew AEW, he's going to bring those guys back. But this is business. This is why I've been telling you guys for the last few weeks in the chat. I was like, something's wrong. Why are they not renewing their TV deal? And I didn't know until last night. WWE is trying to get on Warner Brothers Discovery.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that, we thought we had competition for a second there, with AEW, with the way things were going.
They were good. They were good. And then they got to a point where it's literally same shit every time. It became WWE. The Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. Great. I saw the match 85,000 times. Those matches are always good. But that's the thing. I'm not the kind of guy who will sit there and watch touchy-feely shit. If I've seen the match 1,000 times, I'm not watching it again. Sorry. Ziggler and, what's that guy's name? Swagger, remember that? That match was on every Raw and SmackDown for 4 months.
It's just repeating.
Yeah, because they didn't know what to do creatively. So, go out there for 2 hours. Who is the guest? He is the Swedish sensation from Sweden. He's a game developer over at Remedy Games.
Remedy. I like how you just said remedy.
Remedy.
He's here to. He's gonna tell us the truth about Control 2. Are you guys really
Control.
crunching over there or not?
No.
Are
Oh,
you being
cat.
crunched? Yeah, this is James.
No, we are not being crunched. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine. Wink, wink.
The game better not be broken at launch. We'll never bring you back here.
Your cubicle is closing in on you. I don't know what's happening.
The building is not on fire around me.
Help
There
me.
are not employees protesting outside.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, the Punk thing. I think your buddy needs to just chill. I think he'll be okay.
Oh no, he just says it. That's just what he
Yeah.
does. He always like
But
anything
that's
I
the
say.
thing.
He
But
says
you
the
know what?
opposite. Like,
When I hear that,
just
that's
funny.
what the internet's saying. Yeah, how long is he gonna let? You're good. Don't worry about it. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
This
Well, the
is a
only thing I'll
different
give my
situation.
buddy is that he's a legit wrestling fan, so he's not just some like idiot online that's like.
I know that, but that's the problem. Legit wrestling fans.
Wrestling fans are the problems. I know. I believe me. I
They
said that
hate-
earlier on my stream.
If they hear that Punk farted, oh my god, this guy farted. Like, what's wrong with him? It's like, dude, get over yourself. It's fake fucking wrestling. Who cares? It's a TV show. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
all scripted shit.
When fucking Eddie Winslow crashes his car in Family Matters, I'm like, oh, the fucking Eddie Winslow guy, man, he sucks. It's a fucking TV show.
That's true. I mean, it's funny because again, it's always the stuff like that causes, the arguments. It's always a matter of just like the brands and like, it's like it's all wrestling at the end of the day. So like, why do we care? Like, yeah, it sucks now there isn't another competitor out there. That's for WWE.
AEW
Really?
needs to stop trying to be New Japan, man. They gotta stop trying to make matches for Dave Meltzer. Who gives a shit? Yeah, make matches for Dave, and then when you don't have a TV deal, you gotta go to his house and wrestle. Get a fucking set up in his front yard.
No,
Oh,
man.
right, they're outside.
Dude, I just.
Whatever. Anyway, yeah, CM Punk. I think he's gonna do fine in WWE. I think it's a different story now with everybody involved. And by the way, if he was gonna be a problem, you really think they would bring him back? I like how the cat looked at me when I said that.
Yeah, yeah. He said, "What'd you say about CM Punk?"
You know why they brought this guy back? Because Tony Khan said he feared for his life. Now that he's on WWE, like 3 months later, Tony Khan looks like a fucking pussy now.
Oh, James knows you talked about Tony Khan. He knows.
He knows.
I'm not a cat.
No, I mean,
Remember that
I think
lawyer
Tony
guy?
Khan.
Jamie, what's up, man? Go ahead.
No, I think Tony Khan is definitely. Yeah, I don't think he knows exactly. Well, he probably knows exactly where he stands with this shit. But I think it's not going to be very. It's not going to be very good when, like you said, the deals falls through, especially the TV deal.
If they lose that TV deal, that's it, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to really mess with them. They had the guy. And by the way, WBD wanted CM Punk on Dynamite. They got rid of this guy. You think WBD is going to be like, hey, we have Monday Night Raw. CM Punk's going to be on that show.
Yeah.
Or we have Kenny Omega over here, Gene Wilder, with steroids, wrestling fucking the next weeb guy from Japan, Will Ospreay.
Hey.
Oh my god. What is going on?
We'll see what happens.
That's all right. Don't worry, though.
Sorry.
Sting's going to have his last match in March, so you're good.
Yeah, with Ric Flair. They
With Ric
said it
Flair.
in the promo.
They accidentally fucking said it by accident. They said this March. Ric Flair actually said it by accident. He goes, whatever the pay-per-view name is, he goes,
Revolution or something?
me and Sting and the fans. Like, He almost gave it away. It's like it's totally gonna be Ric.
Yeah.
And they gave it away too because they were like, "This is the arena where Ric Flair and Sting wrestled for the world title 40 years ago."
Right.
And it's like, come on, man, we know what you're doing. You can have Flair's last match with Sting's last match.
No.
And with MJF hurt now, maybe it will be for the world title.
The fucking the prophecy can't. This is one prophecy that cannot come true. Please.
I don't know.
Hey, I called it. Sting and Flair in the final Dynamite.
the final paper. Oh no!
You know what's funny? ECW's final pay-per-view sounds better than that match.
Dude, that was a fucking...
That final ECW Guilty as Charged 01. That was a great fucking show, man.
Should have all been 5-star matches compared to like, if that happens.
Telling you. C.W. Anderson versus Tommy Dreamer in a tables match. That was some crazy shit, man. Tommy Dreamer put him over, too.
Yeah.
It was brutal. Wishing I had a vehicle. Everyone here at TNT just dropped some money on 5 NASCAR races from the year 2025 to 2030. Holy shit, wow. Yeah, they sure didn't renew AEW for that long.
Oh my god.
Well, anyway. I think Punk will be fine in WWE. It's a different story. He's already got built-in feuds with a few guys. I think most of the talent that he needed to feud with were in AEW, but you know what? Hey, if everyone's going to WWE from AEW and becoming big stars, who say half those guys won't come back? I guarantee you Samoa Joe's going to come right back. Samoa Joe's impasse in WWE was Vince McMahon.
Right.
He's out. So
the guys don't have that barrier's not there anymore. They don't have to go through Vince for really, like he's still.
Dude, I watched Raw. It's all small guys. These guys are smaller than Anthony.
Yeah. So.
I'm telling you.
That's
the ring was bigger than these guys.
I was watching Raw and I was like, I couldn't even tell you where half these guys came from.
I don't know either.
I don't even know.
You got some Japanese guy shitting his pants. I'm not even kidding, Anthony. The guy shitting his pants.
Really?
And
Tozawa's been there. That's the only guy I know.
Why would you put that on the show? The guy shitting his pants and they're all sitting there smelling it like, oh, and I'm like, why are you standing there? Run away.
Yeah.
Just a horrible
run away.
I don't know. Tozawa was like a star, like when they signed him, and he had all that momentum, and then they just kept him there, and then they bring him back, and they do the same shit they do with everybody. They put him in a jokey spot, and this guy could have been having banger matches with like Rey Mysterio and. All the cruiserweights that they have, and all he could have been like a pillar of the.
Rey Mysterio is too busy being hurt for like the 88th time. All right, let's
hurt again.
Let's kind of jump off of that. What do you think, Eli? You think Eli Punk's going to do good?
Eli Punk's going to do fantastic.
Anthony, you think LTRE Punk is going to do okay?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
All right, good.
He might throw a couple punches, but it's all good.
Dude, if that motherfucker's throwing punches at anybody, it's going to be Triple H at the end. When he's done.
Yeah.
He's going to fucking knock his ass out.
I did.
Yeah, that was such bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I feel like it's just too easy to make fun of it. It's just too easy.
All right.
Okay.
CM Punk, he's back. We're happy. We can actually enjoy TV now. And WrestleMania is going to be crazy. Next couple of months of WWE are going to be crazy. So, watch WWE. Fuck AEW. Fuck all them guys. I was a huge AEW guy, and you know what? They threw this guy out. Fuck him. Because here's the thing. When you throw out a top guy like CM Punk, You're showing all the other top guys that were going to go to AEW. Yeah, we don't need to go there. They fuck with this guy and he got in fights and everything. We don't want to deal with that shit. So, no one's going to take him seriously. All right.
Nope.
I don't even know what's going on with games. I don't know what's going on the last couple of days. And I did a show last night. It was on the Noof Nukem's Gaming Fuse podcast. And we talked about stuff.
I gotta go back
I woke
and
up this morning. I don't remember what the hell we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we had the holiday weekend, and then
Can't
after
remember
that,
what's
did you guys pick up anything? I guess we can talk
remember.
about that. Did you buy anything
Pick up some
for
stuff. I'm glad you asked.
game deals, movie deals? Black Friday happened, so yeah, I guess we could talk about some of the stuff.
I forgot
that we
to
either
buy the
got or-
freaking the VR game. I talked about it last night. The people Dark Pictures, instead of Until Dawn, they just like remade the game, but they called it something else. I forgot to buy that on sale on PlayStation Network, and it went back up to $40 digital. And I'm like, shit, it was $27.99. So I gotta wait for that to go on sale again. But I got some stuff. I got the whole Saw collection on 4K. No, I didn't buy that shit. I got Blade Runner 2, which I never saw. I got Spider-Verse 1 and 2, which I never saw. This wasn't a Black Friday. I think this just came out. Elf? 4K?
Yeah, that's relatively new.
This
on
I
4K.
got for $29.99. Final Fantasy 16 from GameFly. I logged into GameFly. My address from like 20 years ago was still. I had to update my information. Everybody Switch. I think I showed that last week. It was $10. Amazon. Atari 50 was $20. I remember I showed you guys this.
Yes.
What was that freaking Alien Area 51?
No, Grey Hill Incident. Abduction Edition.
Yeah.
Abduction.
20. Yeah, I think I showed you guys this. I know you did last summer, Dracula.
Yes, those I saw
I
last
have-
week.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't even know where I put the first Blade Runner. I bought the first Blade Runner for $10. It's not here, but I have it.
Yeah.
What I got? The Fugitive and Sonic Origins. Yeah, I gotta find the first Blade Runner. But that's why I bought two, because I bought one for $10, never saw it. And then a couple days ago, they were like, oh, the second one is $10 also. I said, all right, just give me that. So this way I can watch them all and get them
Yeah.
over with. I never seen those movies at all. So
If you haven't seen it, or like if you haven't even like, it's like it's a tough watch if you're but if you're into that kind of like story, then
well,
it
what I'm
should
happy
be-
is Blade Runner 1 says like the final cut edition or something, and I'm like, good. 'Cause I haven't seen any of them, and I'm not into that shit where you have to watch the same movie like 85 times.
Yeah, there's so many cuts and different things in that movie. It gets complicated.
Let me see if there's
Yeah.
anything in here. I'm pissed because I don't know where the other Blade Runner is. I don't know where I put that one. I have it. I don't know where the hell I put it. It's here somewhere. Whatever.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
I usually
It's
just
good.
put them
It's
all
good. I like
together.
the second one.
Oh, what's this? No, that's Unforgiven. It's WWE Unforgiven. That's not no.
Oh, it's not the other. I forget.
No.
Unforgiven.
I have it
Unforgiven
somewhere.
2000.
You know, I'm gonna not find it tonight and go crazy. So, anyway, that's pretty much some of the stuff I got. The Atari 2600 Plus is right here. I don't think it's plugged in, so I could show it. I keep this cover on it that it came with, so no dust gets in here. This thing is great. Guess
Nice.
what? I got a bunch of games from the shop. I got ET. And got a few other games too. I had Spider-Man, but we sold it a few years ago. Now I want to buy that again. Play it on this thing. This thing is awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, what's up, man? A Blade Runner Christmas sweater? Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Camo May, what's up, man? How you doing? RWK88, what's up, man? I got a million things.
Yo.
3 months of Xbox Live Ultimate is $28 on CD keys. Well, if that's good, man, I would grab it. Nothing's really going on with gaming now, says The Alchemist. Next week will be big with the Game Awards. Yes. We're going to be streaming the Game Awards on Tuesday on Anthony's channel. What time is that?
Let's go.
So it's going to be on. It's not this Thursday. It's next Thursday.
Oh,
so
I thought it
a
was
week from
Tuesday.
tomorrow.
Okay.
No,
Thursday.
it's the 7th.
Mm.
And it's going to be at I don't know 5-6 p.m. I don't know. We're going to be making fun of it. So come on by, and it's going to be privated when it's done.
If you want us uncensored, we might even play music. That's how crazy it's going to get.
I'm not going to do that, but we can say whatever that we want.
Well, they're going to play music anyway, so you're, one way or another.
I mean, that's true, but at least then I still try to. I don't want to get. I don't know how it works if you get striked on air, but with music. But
no, you don't get striked.
I'm not going to find
tell
out.
You that it all goes to fucking whoever you play.
Unless it gets blocked in all countries, which also happens. But there you go.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
The Lenovo Legion Go. An update on that. I mailed it on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. They already shipped it out. I think yesterday or today. Yesterday they shipped it back out. They fixed it and everything.
With or without lemons.
They overnighted me the coffin. Fred and I did the parody video. We weren't even going to do that. I was just like, let's just do something stupid.
You put the lemons down.
That's all I had on me. I didn't have flowers. I had lemons. So it said they fixed it. They already shipped it back out. I thought I was getting it today, but I guess I'm getting it tomorrow. So I'll get it tomorrow. But it's ridiculous that they mail the whole thing back just for one freaking controller.
Jeez.
So, yeah, I'll let you guys know when it comes back. But yeah, that was crappy. But the Atari, I would say, listen, $130 is a little overpriced. But I never owned an Atari. I've had them come into the shop and everything, but I've never sat down and owned one. Frank's sister owned it, but she left it. We had a trailer upstate, way upstate. And she left it there, and then when we would go there, we would play Atari, which was kind of like a downgrade because you're on vacation and you're leaving Nintendo for Atari. So
yeah.
Anyway, I never owned one, and like I said, I've had them come in through the shop a couple times. Never really hooked it up or any of that crazy shit. Till the other day, I hooked it up. Somebody had just traded one in about a month ago for Starfield. And Xbox Series X and Starfield. Guy traded his whole collection. And Atari was there. I was like, what am I going to do with this stuff? Hooked it up before I opened this thing. I played the Atari. It was like, all right, it's okay, whatever. Then I hooked up this thing. The Plus. Yeah, this thing is cool. It's really cool. So again, it's a little overpriced, but if you could grab this thing for $100, I don't see a problem with it. Now, if you have 50 Ataris and you're used to it, you're probably going to be like, what is this crap? But I never had one. And I know it's emulation and all that stuff, but you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't even know. I plug a cartridge in, and it plays the game, and we're good. So, and I will do more streams because I found a box of games at the shop that I totally forgot that we had. And in there, I got a ton of games. And I have Mario Brothers downstairs. When I first opened the shop, a customer gave me Mario Brothers. He goes, I want you to have this. And I still have it, and it's downstairs in the basement, in the bag. I got to go down there, grab that bag, bring it up here, and I got Mario Brothers.
That's cool.
The fact that I'm looking to buy Spider-Man and Star Wars is telling you something.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to play this thing. I thought I was going to mail this thing back. I'm keeping this fucking thing. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah. It's a piece of gaming history that people, a lot of people don't go back to Atari. Everybody's like Nintendo, and they.
That's true, right? You kind of see that less and less. People talk about it, but it's you're right. they always talk
Yeah.
about going back to everything else, you know?
Right. Like Atari is like the cutoff. That's like where everybody just like, yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jamie, it does work with the old accessories.
that's cool.
Right.
And the new remote works with the old machine. So it's nice. It's very nice. But I would just recommend getting the new stuff because I have the old accessories at the shop and they're just worn out.
Yeah.
One of the things,
A lot of stuff.
one of them, the up button is messed up. I took it apart. I cleaned the contact. I peeled the
Yeah.
tape. I put the tape back on. It still has that problem. It's like this thing is useless.
A lot of those, you know, the electrical and, you know, the whole engineering of just the stuff back then. A lot of that stuff you can't really find or get anymore. So it's so hard to fix that stuff now, especially because it uses different video output and everything, and you got to go in there and,
That wasn't a
you
problem
know,
because I had an Insignia little TV that had RF.
yeah.
And I had the
Yeah.
RF adapter, which is you just plug it in and then you screw it into the RF on the TV. Hey man, it played it fine. It didn't even look that
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
But I think if you never had an Atari and get the Plus, I think you'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
And
It's
you're
easier
not
access
playing
for
these
the
games for
stuff now.
hours. Playing for a few minutes. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No. You know, you're. I lost my train of thought. Interrupted you,
Ease of
but
access, I think you were saying.
yeah, the ease of access that you have now with these new like updated systems, where it's like you're getting like they're doing a lot now with comic books and other things. They're doing like facsimile editions, so now you can like they reprint the original issue of Spider-Man with all the ads. It's kind of like the same thing where you have a new Atari with new system, the new guts, and it plays everything like the same as it would have back then. And now
Yeah,
it's
it keeps
you know
that
it's easier.
authentic feeling somewhat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they make all these clone consoles and stuff now. And I think like you know the whole when they started with the Nintendo you know minis and the PlayStation ones and stuff like that, and I think that's kind of brought that in. Like people want the feel of the original hardware, so now they're making these you know these clone consoles as like Atari's making their own, Sega's making it, you know everybody's making you know some kind of like new way to emulate these things, and I think it's good. You know, it gives people that feel of having that retro, you know, the retro feel they had when they were kids, you know, for the nostalgia. But now, you know, you don't have to cut open your NES to make it a HDMI mod or dig out an old freaking TV to plug in, you know, AV cables.
But Eli,
So
I need the cartridge to play the game. It's funny.
well,
Yet
yeah,
those
I
people
mean,
saying that own a Mister, and that's a ridiculous item to go get. A Mister
right.
costs like $500-$600 if you're all said and done, and you can't even use a
Well, with
cartridge.
this Atari, you know, the Atari system, you can use your cartridges. Was
And
good about it.
I agree.
So
Yes, and I agree with that and what Jamie on said. He said what you just said.
yeah,
If they made a Super Nintendo Mini and you could plug your cartridges into it, forget about it.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Nintendo is losing so much money just by not making accessories for the original items. Just for them
yeah,
selling controllers. You know how much fucking money they can bank? They don't need to make any games. They could buy a factory, just keep making Super Nintendo, Nintendo, N64, GameCube controllers. They would make a ton of money. They made probably more money than they make selling like Zelda or something.
right.
Because the demand is there for this stuff.
And people want the old. Every
Someone
time you
traded in
come
a
in, people
GameCube
come in the
today.
store.
They had no wires, so I had to put a third-party controller. It's a regular black. It looks exactly like the GameCube controller. Feels like it, whatever. But it's not the official controller. But imagine if I was able to get access to official controllers and put that with the machine. People would be going
Right.
crazy with that.
Yeah. Well, 8-bit though, what Sega has the license for, you know,
Retrobit, and I
for
bought the
them.
3D pad today, yesterday. I bought the one
Yeah.
with the 2 analog sticks on it, which is coming in the mail. The black was sold out, but I got the white one.
Yeah.
But
It's
I'm going to
good.
unbox that and check that out. That's going to be cool. And they got Dreamcast ones coming out next year.
Yep, I saw those. The Dreamcast ones are freaking awesome.
I can't wait. And I'm gonna get those, unbox them, do a video on those, and check them out. But I'm telling you, man, like they're missing the boat on this stuff.
Yeah. Nintendo just hasn't been for the players anymore, for the gamers. Right? Like back then, it felt like they always made stuff, to appease their fans or to appease people, like to get them to come over to Nintendo. Like, hey, look, we got this, or hey, we do this, and
Hey, we got the
different things.
Resident Evil license exclusively on the GameCube,
Yeah.
Right.
and they even
That
fumbled
bought
that.
me.
They couldn't get enough people to
Yeah.
come over. And 6 months later, it's like, yeah,
I
yeah,
came over.
put it on everything else. It's okay. We never did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I came over because Resident Evil was on, GameCube, and I loved it on the PS1. But
I rebought the
yeah,
GameCube the day the remake 2002 came out, and I still have that GameCube, and I still have that copy of the game.
yeah,
To this
it
day, I
was,
went to the White Plains Galleria, and I picked it up. I traded a bunch of shit in, and I remember the guy
yeah,
was like, "What color GameCube do you want?" I was like, "Yeah, I get purple. It's something different." Oh yeah, something different. Like he knew.
right.
People wanted purple GameCubes. Come on.
Yeah, I saw a couple orange ones while I was out in Japan. They were pretty good, like the price wise.
Well, thanks to Frank, I got two of
Yeah,
them. I got two of them.
so yeah, I saw that they had like a limited edition, like one of the baseball teams had a limited edition freaking GameCube, and I saw that at the
You got
store.
to get me that Dead or Alive Blue Original Xbox.
I have not seen it. Like,
Kasumi.
and I'm sure they want an
Hey,
arm and
man.
a leg for it, because a lot of those limited edition consoles, they won't even sell them sometimes. Sometimes they'll just keep them in a case and they're just there on display, and it's like, yeah, not for sale.
Yeah, because they're trying to sell it online. That's why.
Yeah,
Imagine if they made a
crazy. I
Sony
saw the
Mini PS2, plays PS1, 2 games, and work with the OG accessories. Yeah, that'd be great, but they're not doing
yeah,
it. They're making everyone pay $200-300 for these little adapters that you had to go and send to somebody else for another $80 to have them install it.
all right.
Retro Gem or whatever.
Mm. A lot of the retro stuff is getting tougher and tougher to just pick up and play and plug back in, and you really, like, if you don't go and mod these things or do it, like, it's like the stuff's getting lost in time for the most part.
I just
Like
did a
the only
Pico
way
boot today for a GameCube that came in. Like I said, it came in with no accessories.
yeah,
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna Pico boot this GameCube and I'll put it in the shop and say somebody traded it. Just see if there's any interest in it. Because if there is,
right,
this guy's gonna Pico boot GameCubes.
yeah. The stuff, like you were saying, the stuff's breaking down now, and sometimes it's like when you can't when you can no longer go back and repair this stuff, eventually you're gonna have to do stuff like that. You start doing Pico boots or
I'm telling
something.
you, that stuff. All these retro guys, man, they saved the future because the Pico boot alone saved a lot of GameCubes from being thrown in the garbage. All these soft mods that you don't need the disk drive or whatever, all the lasers are burnt out on these machines. Those machines are now safe. They're repurposed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's only going to get better as time goes on because people are going to think of like clever ways to try to keep these systems alive.
Have they done some for PS1 and PS2 or any of those, like the disc-based consoles yet?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Well, Dreamcast, of course. I know those guys over there.
Come on, what the hell?
They did that mod.
This thing is still plugged in. Hang on. Just give me a problem here. This is the X station. There's a 1 terabyte micro SD card in there with all the PS1 games, demos, and whatever. Okay? Nice. On a PlayStation. Retrobit made these wireless adapter deals so you can play with a PS5 controller, PS4 controller, PS3 controller, Xbox controller right on here on the legit PlayStation. I don't have the HDMI mod but I have the
Yeah.
Hyperkin HDMI cable, and it looks fine, it runs fine, whatever. But this is the future, man. The discs, they do get disc rot, some of these games, you know what I mean? They're not going to last forever. But this thing right in here, that'll keep this thing running forever.
Yeah.
You know, if there's anything good about digital, it's stuff like this. Keep these actual machines going. You know?
Right.
I know Sega Saturn has a shit ton of disc rot on those discs. You know what it is?
Yeah.
This is why I find it funny. I get people want to buy physical. I'm not shitting on that. But when I hear the excuses, oh, it's preservation. You know, half those Saturn games on your wall, they're already fucked. Because
Yeah.
I have Sega Saturn games, and stuff that comes into the shop Sega Saturn wise, all got disc rot. They all got little holes in them and stuff like that. They print these discs. These are like the cheapest discs that they can get when they print them. These discs aren't made for you to hang on to them for 30, 40 years. You know what I mean? So,
And the Sega Saturn discs too, they're not like the other CD-based game like PlayStation. Like they feel like you can feel the difference between like a Saturn and like this kind of feels a little cheap.
whatever discs they used on a Saturn were freaking super ass cheap because a lot of them get disc rot.
Yeah.
It's really bad for Saturn. PlayStation,
My
not so
copy
much,
of
but Saturn.
Yeah, my copy. Well, I have like 3 Saturn games that don't work. I have a copy of Virtua Fighter, the Sega Link Edition. That shit doesn't work. I have one of the All Japan. I had to buy another copy of the All Japan game because that one of them didn't work. You know.
You gave me somebody. No. Playing Trading Yonkers. Okay, I got Royal Rumble. I bought an extra copy of WWF Royal Rumble on Dreamcast. Fucking disc looks immaculate. Doesn't work.
Yeah, but Blue Stinger. I had a copy. I had a copy of Blue Stinger. I had a copy of 2K 2 NFL. That didn't work. Freaking one of the baseball games.
Let me tell you something funny. I had WWF Raw on Xbox, the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Mario and I were playing it one day. The game froze, and we were like, "Whatever."
Yeah.
We turn it off, turn it back on. That disc did not work anymore.
Yeah.
And then we put in another Xbox, it still wouldn't work. So I had to go out and rebuy it. I bought it when it was like $5.99 in the bin, but I paid fucking $60 for that stupid game, or $50, whatever it was back then. This thing is glitching my thing out here. But I'm starting to do ODEs, man, just in case. I still got a PS1 that plays discs. I still got my discs, but I'm ready.
Yeah, like if worst comes to worst, I'll probably, I'll mod my fucking Saturn. I'll take the disc drive out, put the freaking SSD
the
in there.
Is only like $120, and you can have all the games you want.
So
David R,
that's the only collection the only collection of games I kept was my Japanese Saturn games. I got them all for like nothing, so it was like, I'll keep this, Like I'm just like Sega Saturn is like, I don't know. I never had it as a kid. That was like one of the consoles. Like we had all the consoles, and that was one of the ones like I never had or never played.
Well, you got me mine. You didn't get one when you were over there?
What?
You have a Saturn, right?
Saturn? Yeah, I have a Saturn.
What are you
I bought it the last
time.
time.
No, I'm kidding. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, I had it last time. But they're getting hard to find over there too.
Yeah,
like
because
I found
because of the ODEs. The minute the ODEs came out, broken Saturns you could buy all day long for $10 on eBay. Broken, they're $90.
Yeah.
Because they know you're going to throw an ODE in there for $120. Bro, I even looked for broken Japanese Saturns, and they're fucking $90. They went from being $10 to $90 broken.
Yeah.
Because they know, hey, you're just going to fix it up and make it look nice.
There, I think one store I went to like 2 days
like I said
before
earlier,
I left.
that's a good thing because people aren't throwing them away anymore. Now they're selling them, but people are able to get these things and fix them up.
Yeah. That's preservation right there, freaking.
We're preserving the hardware, not even the software.
Yeah. The software, the software was doomed, from the start, putting it on CDs and, cheap CDs and things. And they weren't thinking about that back then, especially the companies. Like, if
Again,
the game broke,
they
who
know
cared?
back then they thought, hey, you're gonna have this console for like 5-6 years, and you're gonna throw the disc away or whatever. You're gonna sell it or get rid of it. They didn't think that
Right.
40 years later, man, people like us would be like, yeah, PlayStation 1 discs on my wall. I
Right.
bet half of that shit on Anthony's wall doesn't work.
hmm
Last time
Well,
I
in
checked, it
Japan,
did, but I don't know.
well, it's the same thing in Japan because every time a new console came out, people got rid of it to get the new thing, and that's why you have so many retro stores out. Like a lot of the stuff out
Right.
there, it's junk. That's why you find copies of Final Fantasy. You find 20 copies of Final Fantasy VII for $5, or
They're like books
you
over
know
there. Once they're done
X
playing
Men
it,
X
they're
Street
done.
Fighter. Right. I find box copies of X Men vs Street Fighter and all these things, and you know for nothing out there because nobody's going out. Nobody, once they're done with it, they shelve it, they get rid of it, they get whatever money they
They
can.
have mods for the
And a new
power
thing.
supplies. You can buy a
Yeah,
little board like this that doesn't get as hot as these. Like, that's how crazy this shit's getting. They make new cases, so I can buy like a clear blue case or a clear green case or a pink case. I can buy whatever case like I want for this. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It's crazy what they're doing out there today. And for the Xbox 360 and the original Xbox, someone is manufacturing brand new cases. You just take the Xbox 360 out of the crappy case and stick it in this new aluminum case. It
yeah,
makes it like a modern day looking machine. That's how crazy this stuff is getting. And I love it. I think it's great. It keeps the stuff alive.
yeah.
So, everyone, shout out to the homebrew guys. Shout out to all these guys doing this stuff online because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know why my microphone keeps drooping down.
Yeah, and there's a market for it. Like people are buying them and whatever they're doing with them. It's just it's moving stuff. So it's gonna keep going in that way.
Well,
If your GameCube breaks, you throw the $5 Pico in there, and it's 4 wires. Big solder points. Boom, 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 boom. Done. Now that broken GameCube can play all the games on the SD card. You know what I mean? So that GameCube is not garbage anymore. You can use it again.
yeah.
I'm
Put
telling
your whole
you.
collection on there.
The what? Your whole collection. Okay. I thought you said control the collection. I was like, wait a minute. That's not
Control.
on GameCube.
Control collection.
Well, I'm just saying the
Yeah,
hardware stuff is crazy. Go ahead.
yeah. No, you can dump your whole collection on there, or you can just have the entire fucking GameCube library on your one fucking terabyte freaking card or 2 terabyte card, whatever.
Well, the Poly Mega is apparently, as of last week, they told me they were going to ship it out first week of December. So let's see if I get that finally. I got that notice like 3 years ago too, and I never got the machine. So if that comes in, you can now buy, because the Poly Mega took forever to come out. A 2 terabyte NVMe is like $120 now.
Yeah.
So you could buy a 2 terabyte NVMe, put it in the Poly Mega, and rip all your shit, and you're good. The Poly Mega's good. Like all these machines that come out and play the old games, great. Because maybe I want a machine that just does everything at once, and I don't need to hook all this stuff up anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll use that until I get the retro gem if I want to even buy it from that guy. Hopefully somebody else makes another one. That's, I could save money until then. Maybe they'll clearance them out to like $50 at some point. Then I'll grab one. They're over $200 now. They put DLC in the fucking chip. Can you believe that? Yeah, you could buy it. It's the same chip, But if you want to
Right.
unlock 1080p to 4K, you got to pay an extra $80. And they send you a code with the thing, and then you program it. It's like fucking ridiculous.
Oh.
Anyway, whatever. Stuff like that. You could take your time and save your money getting these alternative machines. But, it would have been nice if Sony just let you fucking play all the games on there. But, it's called PlayStation, but you can't really use it as a PlayStation. But
Right. That whole selling point back then, man. Like, there was a DVD player. It was a freaking, you could play your old games on it. It was like one of the first systems to have backwards compatibility. That was like a whole big thing.
Yeah.
And I guess they got greedy at
I'm dead
some
serious,
point.
Well, bouncing off of what we just said about those systems that are there for people to play, the games in some capacity, I think it's the same kind of thing where it's like a lot of people want to play, like, take Parasite Eve, for example. I'm playing that on the channel, but a lot of people want to play it now if they want to, but they can't, like, unless you have a PS3. But a lot of people don't have a PS3. A lot of people don't hang on to that shit. They get rid of it to get the new machine, and they don't have that
had a PS3
stuff
to begin with. Come on.
Oh,
well, that's true. They got sold the Xbox 360. Yeah, because they were on the market for 10 more years, you fucking idiots. Remember when nobody was buying PlayStation 3? Because I was there, man. I didn't buy one.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Yeah.
I didn't even know the PS3 was out.
My wife got me one for my birthday, and we weren't even married yet.
My dad was the only one that was like set on getting one because,
your dad and like 3 other people bought one. And then your dad was the 4th one because his first one broke. He was the 4th guy to buy 2 of them.
Yep. The disc drive went.
And by the way,
years later.
It's funny. All these fucking people saying, "Oh, Sony exclusives. Guess what? The PlayStation 3 launched with a shit ton of exclusives. Nobody fucking bought it. Nobody bought it because the machine was too much money.
Yeah.
They had a bunch of good games at launch, and nobody gave a shit. They were like, "That's $600. Xbox is $400. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Xbox." They endured the red ring of death. They kept rebuying Xboxes. Xbox Live was a beast, man. And then when PlayStation started coming around and dropping the prices a little bit, that's when people started picking them up little by little. But people don't remember the last 3 Black Fridays of the PlayStation. The PlayStation 3 being the only system on the market. They knocked those down to $199 with 3 games bundled in. So you were getting a Blu-ray player, 3 games, and a machine for $199. That was a steal. And that's why they took over Xbox at the very end.
Mm.
People online, revisionist history, yeah, they were outselling them. Fucking no, they weren't. PlayStation 3 guys on YouTube were in the minority. Everyone, if you had a PlayStation 3, you're a fucking clown back then. You were.
I mean, listen, all of my friends, like, if I had a PS3, I would have felt...
Yeah, because it's peer-to-peer.
Yeah, I would have felt, out of the, I feel like I would have felt out of the loop because all the kids in school, they're on Xbox Live, just like how I was, so it's like, I felt like you were not in the club. I had a couple people that were like, "No, I'm on PS3," but it was like crickets, you know what I mean? Like, we wouldn't even talk to kids like that. We'd just be like, "No, we're gonna talk to if you're playing Halo, we're gonna talk about what's going on with Halo. Like, we're not talking to this kid who played, no offense, but anyone who's played, what was that one game, Resistance? Like, I didn't care about Resistance. Like, we're talking about.
I bought that game on clearance. I still never opened it.
Yeah, like, again, no offense to anybody who likes that game. I'm just saying, the kid that owned Resistance, like,
it's got 32 player online. Anthony.
We weren't talking to that kid. We're talking,
and you're all on Halo fucking 3 over there.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, and then you had like the 3 people that were like, "Oh man, I got friend codes, bro," and I'm like, "Yeah, fuck your friend codes."
Or when Sony scammed everybody with Mag. Fucking that game was up. What that game was up for like 3 months.
In about a year.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I almost forgot about Mag.
It had like 120 fucking what multiplayer or something. It had some crazy number. Fucking
That would have been great, but I don't even think there were 120 people with PS3s back then, man. Come on. That's how many
no.
people they wished had a PS3.
Yeah.
I had both, but I was playing the fucking 360 a lot more. I wasn't playing PS3 until fucking Killzone came out because that's when they started putting out fucking games for it, and you know.
Listen, PlayStation 3 wasn't bad, but I'm saying, like, at the very beginning, nobody was buying. For 3
Yeah.
years, nobody was buying.
No,
3
yeah, no,
years.
I enjoyed the PS3. Like,
Oh, but
I don't
I
want to
sold
make
it,
it
Anthony, at the very end. Yeah,
I
check
just-
the cutoffs.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll I said this a bunch of times.
I keep
I'll
hearing
keep
that
it
on
brief.
podcasts. Like, even today,
But-
people are saying, yeah,
Right.
they just beat the 360. It's like, no, they fucking didn't. They beat them
No.
at the very end because they were on the market longer.
And I got into it, and like I said, we said the story a million times. Perry brought back the PS3 to life, put the disc drive in, and then that's when before we put the disc drive in, when it got hacked, that's when I was like, okay, well, let me check this out more of what I missed. So I started to go, because Perry put a lot of games that were out in those years that I wasn't like playing. I was on 360, so that's when I really got into the PS3. Was when I actually sat down and I was like, okay, well, this is like, my dad already had his own machine, so this was like a machine that was kind of hovering between my dad's living room TV and then my TV. So it was kind of an in-between console, but I could actually play it without him saying, hey, I want to jump on, the PS3 to play baseball or whatever, Call of Duty, whatever he would play, Uncharted. Like, I was able to actually play these games, and they were really good games. Like, I went back and I played Uncharted, and then I was there when Last of Us came out, day one. I saw what
I told you to
the
rent
reason
it
why
from
people were
Redbox.
buying that.
You rented it from Redbox and ripped it to the console.
And it still didn't work. We were having a problem with the install, so we ripped it from the files. It didn't work. I got it from Redbox. It still didn't work. You had to do something. You did something you found out something with the file, and like it fixed it because it kept loading on that screen with the particles. And even when I remember that, and then even when I ripped it from the disc, it still wasn't working. And you were like, all right, now let's see what we can do. And then we worked it out, but it was something with the file. But yeah, anyway, it's like I got into it then, and I still understood some of the great stuff that got pulled from that console, because it did. Metal Gear Solid 4 is an amazing game. That's another one that's just still to this day. It's only on PS3. That's going to change eventually.
It's going to change in about a couple of months.
But I would say, I know. Well, the problem is Konami, because they still, are Konami, and the Master Collection has a lot of problems, and that's why I refuse to buy it. So I just be careful with that second one. I know they're going to sell everybody on Metal Gear Solid 4, but if this tells you anything, just wait for a sale. Wait until the whole thing is like, 1 and 2 are put out together, and you can get it for like $30 or something. Like Master Collection 1 and 2, not Metal Gear 1 and 2. Like, right. Get both collections, and then just like, because even then, I know you're still supporting Konami, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I only got the first game, and it's just rough, that whole collection. Not so much the first game, but you see the flaws, and you're like, come on, Konami, like, you're back in your old ways. Or not old ways. They never really changed. I don't care what they put out. I don't care what team they hire to develop Silent Hill 2. Not saying Silent Hill 2 is going to be bad. I'm just saying some things never change. But
Microsoft,
yeah, I don't know.
Give Rare back to Nintendo.
It would
Stop
be nice
making them make Kinect games. Let them make Donkey Kong Country again. Yeah, really? Half those people are dead. Who's gonna make the game?
Right.
And half of them are Team 17, which they make horrible games now.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, and then I got the Slim, the Super Slim from Perry a couple years ago, and I still have that. I have my PS3 right over there. Actually, I'm looking at it right now. So yeah, I still have it.
It was illegal for me to say that Lego Hobbit bundle.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I know it's like not it's frowned upon. But yeah, it basically was something that I got into after the fact, like after 360 was already kind of well established. But I was, I don't know, especially by Last of Us. That was at the very end. That was like the 2013. But at that point, maybe the last from 2010 or 2011 onward was when I really started to go back and play the PS3 stuff and get caught up.
Remnant. Oh my god, I keep seeing ads for this Remnant shit. I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not. I don't care. I saw 5,000 ads for this one game today. I'm like, why am I seeing these?
The Remnant. I don't know. But yeah. What are we talking? Oh yeah, this all started with the whole Sony and backwards compatible. Yeah. Honestly, not really ecstatic with their selection on their store. I don't really know what they've last added for a PS1 game that wasn't Twisted Metal. Have they added anything after Twisted Metal, for PS1? I haven't seen anything after Twisted Metal. What else have they added? It really sucks, and
it's VB.
I don't know.
What's
You
up?
can't play Resident Evil Trilogy. You can't play Dino Crisis 1 and 2. You can't play, man, the list goes on. Parasite Eve 1 and 2 you can't play. You can't play Jesus, there's so many PS1 games that are on there. The original Crash Bandicoots you can't play. Original Spyros you can't play. Siphon Filter, yes, you can play, which is nice. They did add every single one besides Omega Strain on PS2. They didn't have that one on there. Their PS2 selection sucks, man. I'm just gonna be fucking honest. They have some good ones.
You can't be honest. You're a pony.
Yeah, no, I can't. They have my favorite PS2 game, Twisted Metal Black. Twisted Metal Black's on there. That is my favorite PS2 game. But at the same time, there's a lot more PS2 games where that came from. And yeah, these consoles are just
Moto and Parappa the Rapper 2. That's about it. They won't add the first Parappa because that's on PS4 and they want you to rebuy that again.
Yeah, exactly.
Just add the fucking games, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, so PS3, it's kind of
back from the dead. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? You take it for granted when you have a console that can, a PS3 that could just read your discs or just actually have a PS1 library. Why can I go on the Super Slim right now? Because my Super Slim still can go online. It's still legit. And I can pick out more PS1 games on there than I can on a PS5 in 2023. Why is that even a thing? But then with Xbox, it's more everything's there, everything's readily available. So they always win in that department, I think.
Right.
The fact that I can pull something from 2001 off the shelf, put it in a machine from 2023, there's something about that makes it cool. Because it's friendly, it's eco-friendly with the whole interface,
All they got to do,
their ecosystem,
Are they going?
All they got to do is hit a switch,
going green friendly,
and make all the shit that's on the PS3 store fucking backwards compatible with fucking PS4, PS5s. Because it's in when you go into your setting and you look at all the games you've bought, all that stuff from PS3, all that stuff shows up, and it just says, "Oh, yeah, I can't play." Yeah, now on 5. But it's all that stuff is there. Just fucking put it up on the store. It's all already on your server. Just fucking put it.
I don't know. And I know people be like, well, the Sony and the companies and, all that stuff, they got to make a deal and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I mean, I just think that
basically dead software anyway. None of these fucking companies are even in operation anymore. So it's I don't know. It should be.
Yes. So Sony should steal that software and put it on PlayStation.
Put it up there.
Nobody owns it. Just put it on.
Buy the fucking license from whoever you got to buy it from.
Someone's got that thing tied up somewhere, man.
Somebody's got the fucking rights that they could buy it off of.
Microsoft, there's some games like Too Human that they can't sell, so it's on the store for free.
Right.
So I don't know what the deal is with that, but that's something that's happened. Instead of pulling the game, they're like, we'll get permission to just leave it up there for free as long as we don't charge money for it.
Yeah, I mean that is true, right? I mean, I don't know. I just don't. I wonder where this is going. With the other kind of, I don't know, like the other thing that always kind of gets, mixed up with the Sony stuff too is like just the fact that they just don't really care about going backwards. Like that's their common thing. But they don't care about going.
Doing, man. They don't
care about going backwards.
In turmoil right now because they don't know what they're doing.
They don't care about going backwards, but they don't like changing their ways.
Their plan was to
so that's the thing.
Rob people for remakes and remasters and hardware and VR. They just fucking robbed everybody like they always do.
Games that came out like 3 years ago.
They don't have a plan. Microsoft,
what came out 3 years ago?
Microsoft's got a plan to a point, and then they like, yeah, Game Pass. Oh, this game we don't know what's got Game Pass. Oh yeah, I got delayed 3 years. Game Pass. Buy Game Pass.
Yeah. They both have problems. We're not just
got fucking
on one
problems. They're
here.
the Three Stooges of fucking gaming. I was gonna say wrestling.
Yeah.
Of gaming. Nintendo's got shitty hardware. Microsoft has nothing really fucking panning out properly. And Sony now doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They keep making remasters, okay? They're the Three Stooges. Moe, Larry, and Curly. There you go.
That's it.
Gotta figure it the fuck out, man. People are fucking starving out here looking for fucking games.
But it's annoying. It's like I want to play games already. What the fuck?
I want to play a game, but fucking Last of Us 2 Remastered number 3 is fucking coming out in like 6 weeks.
Give me
Here's
10,
the
Eli.
question,
Give me 10.
Eli.
And then you can play it.
I need you to answer this question seriously, Eli. What comes out first? The Last of Us 3 or The Last of Us 3 Remastered?
Who knows what will come out first? Who knows?
The Last of Us 1, 3.
They kind of backed themselves in the corner now. Because you're going to have... Unless they just do The Last of Us Part 3.
Right.
But then people like Mark Manning were like, well, I want the real 3 on PS4. How is it remastered if it never came out? You know what I mean? We're going to get stupid shit like that.
It's like a paradox thing. Like, Markman likes those paradox things. I'm not into the paradox, but he likes the paradox. Like, he'll like you ever see
he should have been left
Scary Movie, and they do like the like paradox where just like, how is a house and a mouse? So like, if it's inside, how could he go to dead alive, awake, or how do you go to bed dead and wake up alive? Like those paradoxes. That's what Mark Main likes. He likes just like he constantly is in a. I feel like he's on like a record that's like skipping. It's like constantly like repeating. I don't know. It's like sometimes you just gotta let stuff go. You know what I mean? Like you just gotta let shit go, man.
Microsoft could have made hundreds of millions of GoldenEye remastered with multiplayer bundled with the Series S. Yeah, that's true.
The biggest
if the
fallout
Miko
was
gets funding. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I don't think there is a fourth Stooge. Not yet. And then you gotta. Well, there's Shemp, right? Someone's gonna play Shemp. But yeah, I'm sick of this, man. Just make some fucking games that are good, man. I'm so sick of this stuff.
I want to play fucking something,
Sony had no games this year. They had fucking Spider-Man. That was it. And I still haven't finished that game. I'm only a couple hours in. I'm about 4 hours in.
Yeah.
God of War, I think I'm halfway through. I don't even know. I'll go back to that too. I'll finish that up. But we're playing old games. What the fuck is going on here?
I am going through my backlog. Like, what else do I fucking
what pisses me off about Xbox? And I'm going to say this shit right here, right now. We get a Forza game every fucking year. I have a car. I could drive that fucking car anytime I want. Can you give me something like a Gears of War? Can you give me a Halo? Give me something.
You give us a Forza
every year should be year 1 should be Halo. Year 2 should be Forza. Year 3 should be Gears of War. Year 4 should be like Fable or something. Like, I'm sick of this shit.
And we're 3 years in. 3 years this month. These consoles.
The fucking Xbox One, right, was the Forza box.
Yeah.
Gears of War held the banner up for Xbox One. Halo was nowhere to be seen. This guy Master Chief
especially the One X.
Especially the One X. 2 Halo games.
He ain't hitting nothing but his dick. And Halo comes out on Series X, and it fucking bombs after a few months.
Models fucking forgot about Halo.
Yeah, they can't do anything to get those players back. They got to make a whole new one.
The freaking Xbox would have made like a combat car racer out of Forza instead of just making it a fucking generic.
Well, here's the
fucking
thing, Eli. When you give Xbox ideas, guess what? They don't fucking listen. So there you go. Game Pass.
They would have made Sony bring back heavy
Game
metal.
Pass. When they're in the creative meetings, they go, here's what we have lined up. And they go, Game Pass.
I want to drive a Ferrari with freaking machine guns on it.
We have a kart race on lineup. Game Pass. We got a fighting game with all the characters. Game Pass. That's all they do. They're fucking poisoning people to keep on Game Pass. It's like, I'm tired of it. Yes, Game Pass is a great service. We understand. We love Game Pass. But we'd like some fucking games to put on Game Pass that you guys make.
Right.
That would be great. At some point this century, it would be great to get some games on that thing that they made that are good.
All right.
Because I'm kind of getting tired of this backlog shit. You know what I mean?
They have all these studios. I'm pretty sure they got all these.
Every time I go to the Xbox store, it's the same fucking games on sale for the last 10 years. It's like nothing's changed.
Right.
I'm sick of that. And same thing with PlayStation. Same shit. You go on the Sony store, it's all this fucking DLC shit that nobody cares about. And they got nothing. All this old shit. And they don't put their games on sale half the time. So there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I miss gaming when like games would actually come out.
All right.
For all the consoles.
You had studios back then that were just working on games. Like, just, they were working on games. Like, there was no license. Like, they were just like, yeah, we've been working on this fucking engine, and we're going to put fucking a Spider-Man license on it. We're going to put, this guy came up with some story. We're going to put that shit on it. That was the game. You know? Like, studios were just in the fucking studio just working on
you also
shit.
had games with the same name that were different.
Yeah.
You had X-Men on Super Nintendo and Genesis. They were both different games. So you had to buy both machines to play both versions of that game.
Right.
Some games were pretty much the same, but not all of them. Not all of them. Because they had different developers. Yeah. Because they had to get the game out on time. There was no porting. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was, hey, we're making Power Rangers for Sega Genesis. This team, Band Presto, is going to make that game. We're going to hire some other company to do it on Super Nintendo. So they both come out around the same time, and we hit our deadline.
There was like 4 fucking Mighty Morphin Power Rangers games that were all fucking different.
Yes, they had the Game Gear, Game Boy, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Sega CD. There were 5 of them.
Yeah. There was 2, I think, on... Well, you had the Megazord Battler. There was one that was just the Megazords.
I'm talking about just Mighty Morphin, the first game. There were 5 different fucking versions of it.
Yeah.
That's
the
just
Genesis had the Green Ranger. The Genesis had the Green Ranger.
Had Green Ranger. He was exclusive to Sega Genesis. Green Ranger.
That's it. And they were both completely like the Sega Genesis wasn't even the same game as the Super Nintendo.
No, they were completely different.
Like they were both good. Like they were both fucking phenomenal.
The one on Game Gear is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that was the difference back then. Like they were just games out the ass.
The Power Rangers, the movie.
Now there's games out the ass, but they're all fucking broken. Half of them don't work. They're $70 fucking. It's like annoying. It's like, come on.
$80 and you fucking need a day one patch later that game.
Yeah, buy the game today, and when it's $30, we'll patch it.
It's always like fix it later. You know, it's just like the lazy mentality. You know,
it's why I don't buy a lot of games day one. Like you never hear me
talking about. You curse out the devs, Anthony.
They're being crunched as we speak. How dare I?
We gotta get a crunching noise so I can do it.
Being crunched. What are they being crunched on? There's no games coming up.
Yeah, you just see a cubicle with there's nothing in it, and you just see their hands like poking out the bottom. Like, yeah, it's like they're just completely.
It's take care, buddy.
Take care, man.
Later, Jamie.
I don't know. I just think it's such a bummer because it's like now we have the best way to get the best out of these games, to make them look the best, to make them play the best, and it's like we don't have the actual like substance of a game that makes it seem like it's like, all right, I spent pretty much $1,000 on 2 consoles, let's just say, and you don't really feel like you're getting your money's worth. Like Perry said, like we don't have those flagships, so to speak, those anchors that seem like they were in place a few, it didn't seem like more than a few years ago, but it really has been. They're just not there, and it's just, or they don't really care.
Funny thing is, Xbox has billions of dollars. Come on, these guys can't just get their ass up. You know what? If 343 is not doing the job for Halo, say, you know what? We're gonna bring this somewhere else. Let someone else make it. You guys finish the fight with making Infinite. Okay, whatever fight is left over there, and we're gonna have this guy over here make the new one.
Well, they got the Call of Duty guys now.
And you know what? We got billions of dollars. Can we have this shit out in like a year or two? Thanks. Not this, well, it takes 10 years to make it. What the fuck did you sell me the machine for 9 years ago then? And then you got the balls now for a PS5 Pro and a Brooklyn and a fucking Staten Island and Long Island Iced Tea, whatever the fuck they're calling this thing. You got fucking Edith, who's dead this year. Where's Perfect Dark? That's a good fucking question. I don't even think they know.
It's in the dark. Fucking
literally. Maybe you'll see that at the Game Awards. Maybe not. I don't know. We haven't heard anything. We heard that everyone quit the company last year, the initiative, because they were afraid they were going to get in trouble because there was nothing to do. They weren't being delegated what to do, and they all got nervous and left.
Yeah.
They went back to Sony, some of the people. I don't know. Crazy stuff.
Xbox is giving all these studios paid, I guess, freaking just free vacations or whatever. Cause
probably Crytek's working on Rise too. Why? So it could come out broken? They should remaster the first game. Like we were talking about last night. Remaster that shit to 60 FPS. You know what's funny about Rise? The game looks better than the games coming out today. And it's on a shitty Xbox One.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how that works, right? It's just like, I don't know.
There's tons of games too, like just from that gen, and even on like the later PS3, Xbox 360 gen, like there's games that still hold up like really fucking well.
Yeah, they do.
The UFC 3, like if you play UFC 3 on like a modded system and you put that shit on a fucking TV, that shit looks like what the new UFC game should look like.
Absolutely.
Well, we were playing, Fred and I were checking on your machine, Eli, Black Ops.
Yeah.
And we're looking at it on the OLED, and we're like, holy shit, this game still looks good. This game's 20 years old. The machine's 20 years old. It still looks good.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
WWE games back then look better than the ones now. All the fucking characters got like freaking pasta hair nowadays. Like, it's bad when like 2K23 the fucking characters freaking look worse than Here Comes the Pain or fucking on PS2.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, man?
It's like, what happened?
Anthony,
like, why did the characters look fit?
You're gonna have another GoFundMe.
Yeah.
The RetroTink 4K is $750.
What the? Was that just announced?
Yes.
Oh God.
Well, let me tell you something, man. If you got the money, it's worth it, though.
I'm sure it is. I mean, it's just like, God,
I'm not buying one. I was gonna get one. It's like if it was like $300, I would have got one. But $750.
Do we get a certificate to join the RetroTink cult and get all their hardware? Like, what is that? Like, you're signing your life away for a fucking little piece of rinky dink. I mean, it's good, but like,
yeah,
jeez,
it's too much money.
Again, like we were talking about, it's people, it's a business now, it's a market. They know they can make money. I get it. You got to exploit every angle you can. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
People that like old games, they like to also spend money sometimes, and there's some sorry fucker they'll spend $750, and I guess they'll be happy.
It's VB said you bought a $500 console to play indie games. Yes, you did.
I mean, it's just
you were promised that. No compromise. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to charge my $100 on a dick. What?
Well, that's a different kind of.
That's what RWK wrote, not me. I didn't say that.
We don't need to know that, but
that's a different kind of console.
Hey, I heard when RWK takes Viagra, he turns into William Birkin at night.
Oh
no. Just bought Peppa Pig, says it's VB. Bought a Series X just to play RE3 Remake. It's RWK. Alchemist, are we going to get another trailer for Hellblade 2? Probably. Hey, we'll be covering that on Anthony's channel on Thursday the 7th.
Yeah. Yeah, Thursday the 7th will be...
all out uncensored. It's like a pay-per-view. Yeah,
it's basically going to be like a pay-per-view.
We can curse.
Yeah. We curse anyway, but we'll be cursing more. You know, it was funny. I guess we might as well talk about this. You saw that, of course, this came out in the headlines because they had to talk about this. But there is heightened security now at the Game Awards. So unfortunately, we won't be able to make fun of anybody jumping on stage, which we didn't even know happened until after. I just want to let people know. We witnessed that, and we didn't know what the fuck happened. It just ended.
Why don't
we
you saw the dude getting arrested? Stage?
Yeah.
Right.
We saw the dude getting arrested. We didn't know that's what that was.
Well, they have
and then when we found out it
walking
wasn't
up the
planned.
Stage.
Yeah.
Why do you not have that?
I think they I don't know, but it was definitely fun. I mean, beyond that, even like in general, just because of the Al Pacino thing and the guy who won the God of War thing that was just talking for like 15 minutes. Like, I think I went up and got a drink and I came back and he was still there. And I was like, oh God, this is bad. You know, like things like that. You're just like, you can't really make it up. You just got to watch it. And like we said, we know this is like a paid under the table event. All the companies jump up and down together behind the stage. Like, I know that's how it works, but we just do it because, like Perry said, we might see Gears of War. You might see, you know, a couple other announcements, GTA 6, whatever. You could see the Brooklyn being shown off because the Series X was announced at the Game Awards 2019. Me and John were streaming it, and then I texted Perry. I'm like, yo, they just announced the Xbox.
And I didn't watch it. And I know exactly where I was. We were driving home, and I was right in between McDonald's and Hannaford on my phone, and then you're like, they just announced a new Xbox. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And then I clicked on the thing you sent me, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I look at my wife, and she's driving. I'm like, of course, the one day I don't watch, they announced a fucking Xbox.
Yeah.
So I kind of kept my eye on it every year since, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, and especially that year, like, we were streaming it because, you know, Resident Evil 2 was nominated, so we wanted to kind of be in its, you know, support in a way. Now, you got Resident Evil 4 being nominated, and it's like, yeah, kind of in the same boat. We're like, me and Perry, our game of the year was Resident Evil 4. That year, everyone's game of the year was RE2. At least mine was. If you like Sekiro, that's fine, but I like Resident Evil 2. And so I'm always kind of rooting for Resident Evil, even though I know it's rigged. I know it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. RE4 already swept like a bunch of other awards. I don't know if you've seen what Capcom's been posting. They've been getting like all these other magazines and websites. I mean, people have been already giving it.
How many categories are they in at this award show?
Because that's actually a really good question.
Spider-Man's in like 40 categories, so it's not winning Game of the Year because it's winning all those other awards.
That's a good point. I know Resident Evil 4 is in a couple.
It's probably going to win whatever those are in.
Yeah. And I know next week we will be live on this show before we go, so we'll kind of have our like prediction show next week. But yeah, we're already kind of calling Zelda for that.
Because it was like obvious. Elden Ring. It was out all year. It was the game of the year. I don't know if a lot of people Mario Wonder. I mean, it just came out a month ago.
Right, and a lot of people are you know, now again, I still want to play Alan Wake 2. But a lot of people are putting that game over as game of the year. And look,
That
it
just
might
came
if
out.
I played it, I know, but I'm
what
saying like
happened?
in terms of like
I thought nobody was gonna buy it because it was digital only.
right.
What happened?
But
Everyone ran out and bought it because
regardless,
they're all fucking full of shit.
well, I was gonna say, regardless though, like if it is like if I play it, I'm like, this is game of the year material. Yeah, I haven't played it for a year, but I could see why it could be in that category. Now, I don't think it's gonna win. I think it might win another category if it's in one, but I haven't played it, so that doesn't mean just because I don't think it's gonna win, I don't think it deserves it. I just think
got fucked. Hogwarts. You say Hogwarts, I say Hog farts. Fuck that game. Listen, if you're a 50-year-old, 60-year-old man playing Hogwarts, I think you got problems. Even if you're a 40-year-old man playing Hogwarts, I think you got problems. It's a little kid's game. What the fuck is everyone saying? Hogwarts is awesome. It's a kid's game.
Game for like my, for our generation, me and Anthony, because like we grew up with like Hogwarts and fucking Harry Potter.
Yeah, I was gonna say like our age demographic at this point that got into that stuff, they're still playing it. I feel like it's, but I never got
That's
into
fine.
it.
I'm just joking, but at the end of the day, it's
I know.
Listen,
I know what you mean though. It's not for everybody.
I want to say this about Hogwarts, okay? Because everyone's trying to defend everybody about this bullshit. The lady that fucking owns the brand said some fucked up shit, okay? And guess what? People fucking said, I'm not buying the game. And they didn't buy the game. Jeff Keighley, come on. We know he likes his Japanese guys. He's like, I don't want that shit on my show. So it's not on the show.
The only thing I'll give that game is that it did come out earlier in the year. So these other games that they're tacking on at the end.
But this is the whole thing. Everyone's trying to make excuses. Well, the developers deserve the credit. No, they fucking don't. Because when you're the head of the company, when you're the head of the brand and you talk shit, you just fucking killed the brand. That's on her. That ain't on the devs or anybody.
Unfortunately, the devs get taken down with that. Yeah.
Right. That's like if Vince McMahon came out and started saying some crazy shit on Raw. It ain't the wrestler's fault, but no one's watching WWE tomorrow. The stocks are going to plummet. TKO is going to fucking fire him. They already got rid of him, but they're going to come out and fire him. Be like, hey, you know what, Vince? You're fucking the whole brand up. We lost a shit ton of money in the stocks. Get out of here. That's what happens. When you talk shit and you own a brand, you're putting that brand at risk. It's better just to shut the fuck up and don't say anything. How about that? Whatever happened is shutting up and making the money.
Yeah, and I haven't. I mean, Callie played it and she enjoyed it, but it did have a lot of bugs on the Series S. She had to actually change a couple settings just to get a side mission done.
It was a perfectly made game.
No, I mean, there were a lot of problems. I know they've updated it, but she beat it and she enjoyed it, but she didn't really feel like going back to it when she was done. And I know a lot of people were kind of, saying, oh, replay value and this and that. I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what you're doing. If you like
Hogwarts the game, I'm not shitting on anybody that likes the game. What I'm saying is, the problem is, when the head of the company says something, good, bad, or indifferent, maybe it's best not to say anything at all. And then their brand will succeed and you don't have to worry about it. People shouldn't be bullied for playing it, though. That's not my problem. I agree with you, but that's not my problem. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, when you own a brand, you make a decision what you're going to say. And what you say can and will be used against you in a court of law, right? That's why the police tell you, shut the fuck up, don't say anything. Get your lawyer. But that's the problem today. Everyone's got to say shit, and then when they get fucked up, they're like, that shouldn't have happened. Well, you should have shut your mouth. Don't say anything. Make the money. It's all about money, right?
Yeah. No doubt, Hogwarts would have been way bigger than it was.
Because of what that lady said, it fucked the game up. It fucked the books up. It fucked the movies up.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't going to go buy the 4Ks and stuff like that now. It's not just the game. It's the whole brand.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying if Vince McMahon went out and said shit live on Raw on TV, the whole brand is fucked. The wrestlers they're gonna suffer for it because the house shows are gonna go down. No one's gonna buy pay-per-views. This is what the world that we live in now. So it's better not to go out there and say crazy shit.
But then you have the fans that are going to go back and watch it anyway or buy it anyway, and
They're
that's
always
just how
gonna
it
do
always is
that.
going to be. Yeah,
They're always gonna. There are
That's just
people
the way
that
it
don't
is.
agree with her that's still supporting that thing, and that's fine. Whatever people want to
Yeah.
do, that's fine. What they want to do with the money.
Do what you want with your money. Yeah, that's fine.
But it's fucking funny when one side tells you not to do it and the other side does it anyway. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't.
It's all hypocrisy and it's bullshit.
It's still sold very well, and it's, you know, I'm sure it'll get nominated for some kind of magazine or some other, you know, crap. And at the end of the day, it's the fucking Game Awards, so who cares, you know?
It's Jeff
I think that's what it
Keighley's
comes
Game
down
Award.
to.
The guy didn't even put half these other games in.
We're there for the
And we're worried about
announcements.
Hogwarts?
You know, yeah, like we're there to see if there's any
Kids
like
game.
console
Fuck
stuff.
that game. Well, I'm pissed off Peppa Pig's not on there.
True.
I don't know anything about it, but it was on Game Pass, right? Best selling
apparently
game of the
it's open
year. Young people are more interested, but oh yeah, what game is that? Like what you like. I'm sorry. Like what you love. Life is short. There you go. Says the king.
At the end of the day,
That's what I'm saying, guys. Play whatever games you want. I'm not gatekeeping. But there's a reason why this guy didn't put it in the Game Awards.
Yeah, no, he always has a reason, and they all have reasons why they, you know,
Peppa Pig was fire, says RWK. Well, there you go.
pick what they want.
Play what you want. Don't worry about anybody else. That's the whole thing. I don't worry about that shit. If I want to play a game, I'll play it.
Yeah.
Hogwarts, I didn't grow up with Harry Potter. That's God's honest truth. So I don't give a shit about it, one way or another.
No, you didn't. It was past your time.
If they made a new Power Rangers game, Mighty Morphin, I would be all over that because I grew up with Mighty Morphin Powers. They made a new He-Man game. I would fucking go out and play that right now.
Yeah.
But I didn't grow up with Harry Potter. I was an adult. I didn't watch this shit. I didn't watch Twilight. I never saw those fucking movies. But when we went that one time, Frank was with me. We went to Walmart. I think a game was coming out. I don't know if it was GTA or Black Ops or something. And there was a bunch of girls lined up with like birthday cakes. What the fuck is going on here? They're waiting for the DVD release of Twilight.
I remember there was something with Walmart. It was probably around like Black Friday because it was like back when the DVDs
I don't know
used to
anything
come out
about
in
that stuff.
November.
I never watched it, so I don't have a connection.
They would have like sleepover parties at Walmart, and they would have like the punch, and they would say it's Edward's blood and stuff like that.
Yes, there was punch and a cake. There was a cake.
Yeah. And then like Nick was like, yeah, and the ladies were screaming, "It's Edward's blood!" like over and over again. I was like, "What happened there?" Like, and I got scared. I never went in, but it's just one of those things. Like, there's just
Twilight use nuts as RWK.
some of the fans are crazy. That's it. You know.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you want to play Hogwarts, go ahead. If you want to play any other game, go ahead. I don't have a problem with that. If anybody wants to play or enjoy anything, we were joking earlier when we said if you're 40, 50, 60-year-old, they have problems. We're joking around. You know that. You guys know we like to amp it up and make you guys laugh.
Yeah, we're not.
If you enjoy those games, play them. Who the fuck am I to tell you what to play?
Yeah. Just like we also don't come at people for what they play or what they play.
I just
like,
said,
we don't
hey,
care what
just
you
don't
play
say,
on.
if you own a brand, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Because it's all about making money, man. That's all it is at the end of the day.
Right.
If you're a smart company, you make the money.
Yeah.
Right.
Make the money, get the money.
When you go out there and start saying crazy shit, then you know, you're not making money at that point.
The reason I haven't picked up the game yet is because it's got Denuvo on it. I'm not putting anything with Denuvo on my Steam Deck.
Well, then you know what, Eli? You're not going to play any fucking games. They all got Denuvo on them.
Yeah, no, like every other fucking game has Denuvo on every fucking thing now.
You're not going to play anything.
He's not. Every game has Denuvo on them. Everything.
No, it does. It does.
You didn't know that, RWK?
Oh, you did. You didn't know?
Oh, you did not know?
His ass better call somebody because he really didn't know.
He's about to find out.
90% of
That's funny.
the games on Steam has de novo. Yeah, I know. He's gonna have to go on good old games.
Yep. That's what I've been doing. I'm buying games off of good old game. I've been rebuying games off of there when they're like $2.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. I mean, I got Cyberpunk for $5 or whatever.
$5.
No,
It was.
that was a great deal. Yeah, that was finally on sale.
It went back up
Yeah.
to 60 on console from $10
Yeah,
to $60.
yep, immediately.
Yeah.
But that's
Because
I
they're
told my
putting
friend.
that update out.
Yeah, I told my friend to get it. I was like, dude, just get it because that's the lowest I've seen it. Because he was even saying like, is this low? I'm like, that's pretty low because it was always dancing around the same price. I feel like a lot of
It
these
was always
games,
like $30.
yeah, it just kept doing the same drop, and then it finally dropped lower than that. I was like, that's a good. I mean, it's what 3 years old almost, so yeah, it's about time. I know they're trying to get as much money as they can, but
there was that point, like the first, within like the first or second year, like literally GOG dropped it to like $5 or $10. So you could you could get like $10.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Well, I missed that deal.
That's when we got it.
Well, they own it.
Yeah.
CD Projekt Red owns Good Old Games. Did you know that?
Yeah.
That's why it was $5 probably, because it's their own game.
Yeah,
it wasn't on
like,
Steam. On Steam, it was only like it was still like they're even this
'cause
sale
Steam
was
needs
still
a
$30.
cut, so they got to make as much as they can from it. There are a few games on
Right.
Steam that don't have DRM. Says it's VB. Well,
It tells you what
you're gonna
game
have to.
has-
You're gonna have to filter that out when you look.
Yeah, no, like I look at the list and it'll tell you like, oh, this has de novo, this has this needs EA, this needs Uplay. So it's
Play.
Origin, like there's fucking tons of all the EA games on there at fucking Origin.
They should have just
like,
put
why-
their games on fucking Steam and just been done with it, okay? Because they made
Yeah.
all the launchers, and now it's to the point where they're putting their games on Steam finally. You still need Uplay, and it's getting
You
annoying.
still need Origin, or you still need
yes
third party fucking
To be
bullshit.
honest, like I'm
made
just
a deal and just fucking did it years ago and been done with. Does anybody
Look,
remember games for Windows Live? The shit was horrible.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh
Shit
yeah.
broke. It broke a ton of fucking. You can't even play Operation Raccoon City like off of
can.
Steam unless you do the whole
Well, yeah,
thing.
now you
You
can.
got to reinstall the driver thing, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's a pain in the ass.
When I played that for the
All
Legacy
out.
series and we played it online, and I had to. It took us like a little bit to get that figured out because the couple community stuff there was in Steam to follow it. You had to find the right one, and it was like we got it to run, but we ran into a lot of glitches. Like I'm not even kidding. Like there's a part where an elevator picks you up. And you're like, you have to fight these tyrants. And I fell through the floor, and everyone else just kept going. And I was like, guys, like I fell through the floor. Like there was a lot of problems, even though there's a workaround. So it works and it looks great on PC, but it came with some bugs when they got rid of that, Windows, from Windows Live shit.
Yeah.
Which it
Games
sucks
Windows
because
Live.
that is at least on the Series X it plays in 60 frames, so that still works. So
I don't even know
that's
what
good.
he's writing in the chat here. He's writing some crazy shit.
Are you drinking
It's a good
again?
game.
Put down the bottle. Put
I
it
thought
down.
we were all like, I don't know, when that game came out, like I don't like everybody was expecting like a Resident Evil game or
Yeah.
what it was gonna have like the tank controls where you could go around playing multi. That's not what I wanted out of the game. Like I knew quad shooter. I was like, yo guys, let's fucking buy this shit and let's get together. Let's
You know
play
what
the
I
fucking
noticed,
game
Anthony?
online.
A lot of
Yeah.
people in your chat room,
You know?
even though the information's out there, it's like they don't pay attention to it. And they're like shocked. Like when I see when you do like news stories like, hey, this is happening, they're like, oh my god, I didn't know that. And it's like, this information's been out all week. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
it
it's
depends.
Not just,
I mean,
it's not just Resident Evil people. It's a lot of people in gaming don't know that there's fucking news.
yeah. Well, so I will say some people probably only look to me for some RE stuff if they don't follow other channels.
Right, but
Which,
like when
you know-
Operation Raccoon came out, like we knew that was going to be, it was by
Right.
Slant 6 and it was going to be a squad-based shooter. It was going to be like SOCOM,
Yeah.
but in the Resident Evil universe. And I was like, I can't
There-
wait because I
Yeah.
like SOCOM and I like Resident Evil. put them
And
together.
me and
you get a
you,
great game.
me and Perry, we already played RE5 together online. We're like, cool, this is another Resident Evil we can play. You know, we could all get on and play and, you know, actually have some kind of, you know, different dynamic because you had the good guys, you had the bad guys. It was two different teams and you had, you know, like they had, once they had the DLC, of course, because it was just, you're just playing as the bad guys. But then when they had the DLC, we're like, oh, cool, even more shit we can play. And I mean, I put out that review and I still stand by that. I mean, if anything, I'll probably do an update of that review, you know,
Play
like
the
actually
PC
do
version.
something. Yeah, like I'll actually play, you know, the footage will look nice and everything like that, but I'll talk about it, like, you know, Operation Raccoon City, however many years later, that kind of thing. Because it's like, it is interesting to talk about. It is a what if game that I think a lot of people don't really discuss. They kind of like
Right,
brush
like
it
Eli
under the
said,
rug.
they were expecting like an art Resident Evil game, but with tank controls. It's like,
Yeah,
it's a shooter. Like this was
that's
always going to be a
still,
shooter. They told
that's
you it was
still,
going to be a shooter.
yeah, like it's still very fun. Like we played it last year or 2 years ago about, and on the Series X
I
because it
bought my
does run in
wife. It
60
was on sale.
frames.
She has it now.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean,
whenever you want, ready to rock and roll again.
Yeah, the Raccoon City review that I did is still on like one of my top 5 like viewed videos, which is kind of crazy. So it's like there's still people that come into the chat and are like, "Oh, that was that you that did that review? I remember that review." You know, like it's kind of funny because that era was like such a weird
one of
time.
your most watched videos. Oh, who helped you with that?
Yeah, Perry helped out with that. So yeah,
I got this guy the game a week early.
Yeah, it was the weekend. It was the weekend before actually. So it leaked on the Friday, and then I put out the review on Monday, and YouTube didn't take it down. I was ballsy as fuck back then. I just put it out, and they didn't take it down, and I reviewed it, and that was that ended up becoming, you know, a staple, I guess. I mean, it's not a great review in terms of like how I would do production now. I mean, it's not very, you know, it's a very 11-year-old video, you know, very, very early YouTube, but I still kind of stand by the opinion of like, I didn't think it was that bad. You know, I actually thought it was, you know, a really fun shooter. It's not Resident Evil in terms of like the style that people are familiar with. No, but it's a very fun action shooter. And that's kind of what it is. So, you know,
I wish they did more games like that nowadays. Like you take a game, an existing franchise, and you put it in like a different style, and you know, you do stuff like that.
Yeah, like a what if?
Evil, you know, that squad based, like it fit like as something else, like a totally separate game than a normal, just you know, you going through the mansion and solving all these like this was like something cool. Like now you're playing the other side. You're playing as the actual like the infantry umbrella infantry guys, and
you see Hunk in the beginning and shit. Stuff. You know, and you're like, oh shit, that's Hunk. You know, like it was cool. It was just cool to be an RE fan at that time because I mean, little did we know what was around the corner, but we were waiting for Resident Evil 6, and this was going to hold us over. You know, and
yeah, but you know what? Operation Raccoon City was the first time they were revisiting Resident Evil 2 with next gen graphics, and to me that was like, holy shit, this is as close as we're going to get to a Resident Evil 2 remake. Because if anybody remembers, Resident Evil 2 remake was asked about for years.
Yeah.
Now that it's been out for 4 years, people are like, oh yeah, whatever. But back then it was like, when are we getting RE2 remake? When are we getting RE2 remake?
And it's still, and playing it today.
Bubblegum, what's
again,
up?
Just 100% it.
Bubble
what's up, Natalia?
Gumby?
Gumby. We still play it, and it's like, it's still an amazing remake. I mean, Resident Evil 2 is still fucking awesome. The only problem I have with it is the scenario systems don't make any fucking sense.
Right.
But other than that, it's still a great remake, and it's fucking terrifying. I mean, the zombies are fucking relentless. They don't die. They don't give up. You're gonna get grabbed. You're gonna get frustrated.
Remember the trailer when the trailer hit?
Oh yeah.
It shows the graphics, goes doom, and then it fades out, doom,
fades
in again. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that was like,
we couldn't wait to get our hands on this game.
You could not wait as a fan. You were like, yo, the whole we do it thing, and like that was them trying to put the pieces back, you know, and 7 helped them do that. And that was the little stepping stone they needed. And then after that, it was it. You know, here we are. It's their highest, you know, selling IP at this point, right next to Monster Hunter and everything else they got. And the rumor is that we're not going to get an RE for a while. Right? That's the rumors. That's what the internet wants you to believe. But I think that we'll get an announcement in 24. I don't think we'll get a game in 24, but I think they'll announce 9 next year, and we'll see what happens from there. I don't think it's coming out next year, but I think they'll wait a little bit longer because apparently they're going to either release something else Monster Hunter related, or they're just going to ride the tails of Dragon's Dogma 2, which is supposed to be a really
They
big
announced
game
Dragon's
for them.
Dogma 2 today for March 22nd, 2024.
Yes. That was the big announcement because people were like, Capcom is going to be releasing something next quarter. What is it? And
the Secret Sony
it
showcase,
that.
Anthony. Come on.
Yeah.
It's
the secret Sony showcase.
They gotta have one more game this year.
Sony, look, Sony has done
Good luck.
December showcases before, but is it going to show anything that we aren't going to see at the awards? Last
of Us 3 is shadow dropping at the awards.
Oh, it's already done. Okay. Yeah. It's already done. All right.
And it's going to be $10.
We'll see.
If you already own The Last of Us 1 and 2 on all 3 consoles. Anyway, RWK with a $4.99 super chat. Gonna listen till I fall asleep. Enjoyed you all. Sorry if I get to having too much fun. No, it's fine.
No, man. Have all the fun. That's what it's all about.
Good to see Eli Punk. Good to see Eli CM Punk. I think he was happy about CM Punk earlier. The balls of this guy chanting for CM Punk.
CM Punk.
Kidding. I'm not one of these people that Punk ruined AEW. Nah, AEW ruined AEW. ACR says the King, hello. Announced late 24 though. Oh, he's talking about Resident Evil, I think. Resident Evil 9. Yeah, I think October. By October, you'll know what's going on with RE9.
Yeah.
Remember that last March showcase that was fake? The real one has yet to show? Yeah, I know. When is the secret showcase? Tonight.
It's happening right now, live.
RE2 Remake became the most sold RE game, meanwhile, the most random Italian indie developer doing a fan remake to finally get Capcom off their ass to remake it.
I was following that guy too.
CM Punk. Chicago. We gotta get that.
I couldn't stop laughing when I saw that.
We gotta get the music cut out of that and just get him saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, dude, what are you saying? Chicago. Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't kiss CM Punk. Like, grab him and just start licking his face. Or
yeah, kissed him on the cheek or whatever. Oh, man.
Punk would have kissed him back.
He would be like, I'm excited to be back here.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
I didn't get one of them shirts. I didn't get any. I said I was going to get an LWO shirt. I didn't get one. I was going to get freaking one of those WCW hats. I didn't get one.
Oh, did they have them on sale for the holiday?
They're selling all the merch they should have sold when they bought the fucking company 20 years ago. Now, when I'm 40, I can buy shit that they should have sold in 2002. Thanks.
Thanks for waiting like 20 years.
They bought WCW,
jackass.
Put it on the shelf, and fucking left it there to rot. Okay? Now that they're owned by fucking TKO or whatever, or Endeavor, now all of a sudden they got WCW hats, WCW condoms, WCW shirts, socks, underwear, sneakers. They got Kevin Nash and Scott Hall fucking Outsiders shirts. They got all this crazy shit on it. It's like, what the fuck? Where was all this stuff during the invasion? Where was it when the NWO came in at WrestleMania 18? Where was all this stuff?
All right.
Pissing me off, man. I don't have money for
ECW came back. ECW, they had like 3 ECW t-shirts and fucking like 2 action figures.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Was he chanting for a state of Chicago or band Chicago? No, some guy was chanting for the state because they were in the building.
That's where they were, yeah.
They were in Chicago that night.
It was just
TK
wrestling fans
oldies?
being
Oh,
wrestling
no.
fans.
GameStop sells used underwear now. Yeah, they always did.
If you actually pre-order the next, if you pre-order, never mind. I'm not gonna say.
If you shit your pants, say it anyway. Come on, say it. If you shit your pants right then and there in front of the employee, you could trade it in for some store credit.
Yeah, just get some stinky underwear.
It's too bad that they didn't do a new Ghosts and Goblins game. It comes with the pair of the fucking underwear.
Yeah. If you pre-order the sexy Laura edition, you get an exclusive.
So listen, if you
panties edition,
if you take a shit in your underwear and you trade it in, you're good. But if there's some blood from your shit,
oh no,
they give you less store credit.
No,
You gotta take some money.
20% left.
So we gotta give you the discount.
Yeah.
But if you trade them in, you'll only get you'll probably get $1, maybe 90 cents, maybe not even $1.
Why are they still in business?
No idea.
Couldn't tell
you. Pointless. Over here, they're pointless. Like
I guess if you collect action,
you walk in there to buy something, and you're like, "Do you have this?" No, we don't, and you don't want it anyway because it sucks. But all right, then I'll take my money and just fucking go somewhere else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would you deter people from buying shit? You're not their friend. You think you know everything, but you're not because you know nothing about business. Again, this is one of those situations where you shut your mouth and you sell the fucking item. Yeah, I'm looking for this game. Yeah, we have it right here. It's right there on the shelf. All right, cool. I'm going to buy it and I'll walk out. You walk into GameStop. Yeah, I'm looking for this game. Oh, that game's the worst game ever made. You don't want that. All right, I'll see you later. Guy leaves. You don't get the money? Smart businessman, right? You just help the customer not buy anything. And then wonder why this circle of life shit happened. I'm being tortured. I'm being abused. They're making me work all these hours. You're really making me work 4 hours? You're going to work for 4 hours. And you're telling people not to buy shit in the store. And you're wondering why your boss wants to fucking fire you. Great job. You told that guy not to buy this game. And now he knows to trust you not to buy shit in the store ever again. Thank you so much. We're going to promote you.
Won't get his business.
Let's give this guy a Mercedes.
Good job.
I know, you make idiots. Like fucking $2.
These kids don't know shit about business. You know what I mean?
They don't think about the little things that are going to keep that customer coming back. And I think that's
if they tell the guy, yeah, that game sucks, don't buy it, the guy's going to trust them and come back. But the guy's never going to come back.
No.
He's not your friend. He's not your buddy. You just hurt the store. And you wonder why your boss wants to get rid of it.
We all have that story. We just talked about Operation Raccoon City. It happened to me. And it literally happened to me with that game, right?
It happened to me with that controller.
It didn't matter. Yeah. It just doesn't matter. They see things a certain way, and like you said, it's just going to be their downfall that puts them out. You know?
I bought Mario 4K Black Friday. Is yet to ship on Amazon. Yeah. Because they were $8, right? I got some of those for the shop.
It'll ship. I had some that were delayed, but it should ship. I mean, that was definitely worth it. It was like $8 or something like that.
Stevie Max says I traded half an eaten sandwich and a peach Snapple for Hogwarts Legacy. Well, there you go.
Well, that guy must have been hungry because, it depends. Sometimes they'll only take half the sandwich. Sometimes they'll accept the full one. It depends.
ACR business decisions from these companies are interesting. Yeah, they sure are, right?
Well, it puts them, it's the stubbornness and the ignorance that ends up putting them out at the end of the day, because it's like they don't want to change, or they, when they do change, they're turning themselves into a, computer pop shirt beanie store, like whatever it is. It's like, you look at it from the outside, you're like, what the hell happened? Because you can see all the GameStops have those big windows. You could look through them. You're like, you walk by now, you're like, what the fuck is that?
When GameStop first started, they used to have a figure section of everything, but it was figures relating to what they sell in the store.
Yes.
They had Marvel figures, they had Devil May Cry figures, and all.
I bought all my Soul Reaver figures from a GameStop that's from
Right.
an old mall, the Echelon Mall that used to be a mall. Now it's just a Boscov's and a big ass empty mall. But that used to be my place, man. I mean, GameStop would be downstairs, EB Games would be right upstairs to the left of the escalator. And but getting those figures, you're right, like it would be pertaining to the games. And then I remember going back
King,
in the
take care,
back
buddy.
wall.
Thanks for being here.
Take care,
King.
man. Take
The
care, King.
King. Leaving.
I remember going to the back wall, and it was just those big box PC games like Diablo 1 and 2, and then Resident Evil 2 with the big box, RE3 with the big box. And that's where I bought my RE3 on PC. It was from that wall. And I remember seeing it. I was like, oh, dude, this is cool. I got to get that. And yeah, it's just like they had sections that were pertaining to what they were selling. And now it's like just desperately holding on.
Thing.
Yeah.
Like these watches. They got freaking fig pins and
Yu-Gi-Oh
cards, all these different. It's like it's too much shit. Like
it's it's such a weird spot for them to be in because there's just nothing for them right now, and I don't know. It's just a very odd, like just seeing that wave kind of roll back, and then the CEO came out and said something about like, oh, this is why
like
talked about some of the consoles or whatever having a disk drive and whatever.
They're doing retro trade-ins. Why don't they have retro fucking sections in the store?
I mean, to be honest with you, it almost makes you wonder why they didn't do that where they have, the Pops, the Yeti that's been used, the Razer keyboard.
Pops are like dead, dude. Like nobody's fucking buying Pops.
No, the only time
too many of
like Beanie Baby. They were like Beanie Baby. They made fucking a pop for every fucking single character and person.
Yep.
And
they
made a pop for everybody.
I just saw an ad. You can customize a Funko Pop of your relatives now.
Yes.
It's like, are those worth any money?
Literally,
no.
People 3D print them. People
it's like
3D print them
now with Funko Pops. It's
like I would have like
nobody wants them.
Pops were
people
cool,
would come up
when you make them for everything, and then they make series of Pops. Like I got Power Ranger Pops, but then they make them without the helmet on. It's like, come on, man, what are you doing here? Who gives a shit?
Right.
Yeah, it's
GameStop
it kind of loses
40% today on no news. Well, yeah, because of Black Friday, probably if they had anything on sale. All right, go ahead. Yeah,
just saying. Yeah, no, it's just I don't know. I just think that like it's also weird to like have your retro stuff kind of only online the way that they have it, because it's like it's just such a weird, like when they started doing it I was like, okay, like I get this, but then like they send it to you and it's just like the disc, or it's just like like I don't know, like I just feel like most people that are buying that like they're not either going to trust it, because if they're buying a retro game they're probably going to collect it unless they're really like desperate just trying to find something.
Well,
but, like,
people are trading in bootleg fucking games.
Yeah, like where is it coming from? Like at least if you set up a section, it doesn't have to be big, and you just had like classic games there, I could at least look through it and see if it's like even a legit copy or something. But instead, you have it online, you don't know what you're getting, and God forbid you got to call their customer service and all that shit. It's like I'm not. Yeah, that's a gamble. I think the only time we actually successfully got a copy of something from there was when we got Dino Crisis 3 on the original Xbox, and it was disc only, but we got it and it worked. It's a shitty game and it should be used as a coaster, but it's it's there. And that was the only time that I ever dealt with them through their retro crap. But other than that, it was like, it was just shipped in a yellow sleeve and that was it. It's like, okay. If that's what you want.
I have a bunch of copies at the shop.
Well, this was like 5 years ago.
I had it 5 years ago.
I mean, okay, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't the one who bought it, but like,
we have it.
I
have a copy of it. I don't even know.
Yeah, I mean that was something we got for a Let's Play that we just never finished because it was just really that bad. Maybe one day I'll go back and finish it.
The cover looks better than the game.
Bad. The whole map is a puzzle. like by the time you are in the game and you realize that the map has to shift, and you're like, "What is this?" And it's like shift.
The
Like I was
map
like, "Okay, yeah."
shift, the fucking way
What do
you
they think
came
of this
in
shit?
locks or
I think that
something,
was one
and
of
you
those
gotta go a
games where
different way.
it was too Japanese to even release over here. Kind of like that Wario game on the Wii U.
It was
That shit was
kind of just
way.
like
That shit
it,
shouldn't have
it
been
just seemed
released here.
like they were trying to ride some kind of like full on sci-fi. And I realized that yes, Dino Crisis had time travel. It has that element. I get it, but that's like if you played Dino Crisis and then the next one was like Exoprimal. Like Dino Crisis 3 was like Exoprimal. You'd be like, what the fuck is this? This isn't Dino Crisis, and it's
Right.
not. It's different,
Right.
but like that's how drastically different it felt. And that's why people still want Dino Crisis Remake, and I don't blame them because I love Dino Crisis. And I'll be streaming that this month on the channel. It's been a couple years, but I'm going to stream it again just because it's a good game. I mean, I always like going back to it. I do like 2 over 1, but I still like Dino Crisis. I wish they'd bring it back, but
I just beat 2 recently too.
He's
you
lying.
know what's fun? Did you ever play? And I didn't realize this
What's the
until I
ending?
beat it a few years ago.
He's gonna tell you he forgot the ending. Come on, he's full of shit.
Yeah, just forget it.
No, the if you beat the game, you unlock a dinosaur versus dinosaur mode, like where you can actually verse your friend in a dino match. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding. Like that's a mode that
I didn't
nobody
even know
talks
that.
about. Yeah, it's on if you beat Dino Crisis 2, and you could probably unlock it on like a Game Shark or whatever.
It takes
But like,
fucking ever long.
yeah. I just like Dino Crisis 2 because you could just upgrade your arsenal and you're just like it's like an arcade game. You're running
All
back
you
and
have to
forth
do
getting
is
combos.
upgrade the freaking rifle, and you just
Yes.
OP through the whole
That
game.
rifle is like you can take down pterodactyls, you can take down anything. Yeah, that's why it was fun because all the enemies respawn so you can farm like the enemies over and over again. And when I was a kid, I hated that. I was like, why do they keep respawning? Because the first one, it's very slow paced. There's a bunch of puzzles. There's a bunch of keys. Like Dino Crisis 1 is like sometimes it could be a headache because there's like codes and there's this and there's that. Like I'm not good at that game still. I don't really know where I'm going. It's still a very hard game.
Yeah.
But 2 was like, let's just throw that all
fun,
out. Yeah, let's take all that, mute it, and let's just make it an arcade dinosaur shoot 'em up. And that's basically what 2 was, and I like 2 a lot. So yeah. Give me more of that in the next one if they ever do a remake, and I'm down. But if they did something like that for for another remake idea, I don't think fans would complain from Capcom. So, but they always complain. So what are you gonna do? So doesn't matter what you do, people complain. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's another thing that needs to come back. There's plenty of shit that needs to come back that hasn't, and that is one of them.
They remaster all these other games, and it's like there's games that could be remastered that people have been asking for like the longest, and it just like,
yep.
No, here's this fucking game for like the 50th time. Here's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 3, and fucking Last of Us 2, 2.
Yeah,
remastered.
2.1. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really such a weird like time because we're kind of caught in between like new ideas and then just going back to the not the drawing board, but I meant to say like back to the well before it runs dry. Let's keep trying to write off new ideas of games or old ideas of games, and then there's some new ones.
As long as they make them like Resident Evil Remake, like all these remake games that they make, they're really damn good. But
there's not a problem for like that. Yeah, it's
go back
like
and remake a game like Chrono Trigger or something into like a modern type of RPG or something. Update the graphic, like make it, remaster games like that. Bring game nobody's played in like 30 years, and that would benefit from like an updated type of gameplay or updated graphics and things like that.
Surprisingly,
it's just about being smart with that.
Well, hopefully one day they give us Dino Crisis Remake. Is there anything? Yeah. Can you guys check like Twitter or something, see if there's any news on games or whatever? We really came on here with like no plan tonight. So.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah,
Fred was
it's been like
working overtime.
it's been slow. There's
That's-
not been a lot of gaming.
I know everyone's just been like talking about the Game Awards, which is like I'm not going to keep talking about that for 3 weeks straight. You know, like I'll talk about it like next week because we could talk about our predictions, but like we already kind of discussed it a lot, and I know that's what a lot have been like, you know, that's what a lot of shows have been talking about. But
Yeah,
trying to see here.
if I look anything up, my camera's turning off. Twitter. I really don't follow a lot of gaming channel. For years, like the only place I've ever gone for like news is like you guys, and you know, sometimes if I see anything on like Google or wherever, like whatever comes up, you know.
Yeah. There was I don't know if you saw this or your wife might have played it, Perry, but there is a
was
new
an
update for
update.
Texas
Yep.
Chainsaw. Yes. So
She said that it fucked the game up. Like the game is harder now. Again,
yeah,
this is what I'm having an issue with too with these games. Okay, this happened with Evil Dead. It's happening with Texas. Okay, what is with the fucking balancing? It's like one update is fucking hard. Next update is easy. Then it's fucking hard again. Then it's super easy. Then it's super fucking hard. It's like, can you guys fucking get with it and make a game that works? Can you stop fucking making the game hard and easy? Just be like, yo, this is our game. It's going to be on medium settings, and this is the game. Okay? I'm so sick of this shit. You don't know what game you're playing. On fucking Monday, it's a great game. On Tuesday, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then you gotta wait a month. That shit kills games, man. It really does.
No, it does. No, you're right. And the thing is like I only played a couple matches after the update, and the first thing is they cost $10 a piece, which shouldn't be the case. They shouldn't be charging for these characters. They should just be free.
What happened to the Chainsaw Pack? You could have called it the Chainsaw Pack and had the characters in there.
Yeah.
For $10. On Black Friday, it should have been $5. You know what I mean?
Instead, they want you to spend, you know, pretty much $20-25 after the two. And
that's not that
like
type
you
of
said,
game, man.
I just think that that's like really stupid. Now, basically, I don't know how. So there's Mary, who's the new killer, and she like puts barbed wires down in places where you can slide through. So she puts barbed wire in the way, and then she can also track you. So now there's two characters that can track you. I don't know how she tracks you because Johnny tracks you through footprints. Yeah, Johnny tracks you through footprints, which I get because he's a hunter or whatever. I get it. But Mary, I don't really know how she, you know, how she attacks. Other than the fact that she probably has like a knife or something like that. But hopefully they actually patch the characters that, you know, or they actually, you know, fix a little bit in there because yeah, I just don't want it to be like not balanced. You know what I mean? The one thing that they did fix with this update that was good, is every time Grandpa wakes up, there's a cutscene that would show him like rocking in the chair, waking up, and it would interrupt the game. It would interrupt the game. It would interrupt you if you're a Leatherface, the victims, or like anybody else in the family. Now it just says it in the corner, like Grandpa has awoke. It's like, okay, good. I don't need to like see him in the chair because like you literally are doing something and then you stop, and then when it cuts back, you're just standing there, and it's like, yeah, no one can kill you because everyone was looking at the same screen. But that was something they should have fixed like a month in, and they finally fixed it. Like when it happened, I thought like my game fucked up. I was like, wait, it didn't cut the Grandpa waking up, and it didn't. So, yeah, I only played a little bit into this update, but I agree with what she said. Like it's a very like weird dynamic now because if you have Leatherface, the hitchhiker, Nancy, like you're pretty much dead, you know, like it seems to be very challenging. But I will say this, I don't know much about the new victim. And let me see his name here.
Here's what you need to know. He sucks like the other ones.
Well,
the game is very unbalanced. Because the family could just kill you in 2 seconds. The victims, forget it. You really don't have a shot.
you have to stealth it. You really do. Like, if you're facing them down, the only person that you can probably stand a chance up against, like if you're Leland is like the long hair dude. He's like the main guy that people pick because he does the headbutt, and he can literally headbutt anybody, any victim or any family member, and they'll get stunned for like 10 seconds.
Right.
Now, the recharge is a lot longer now because they had to fix that with him, where Leland was really overpowered and he would recharge really quick. But now they fixed it. But yeah, they are fixing a lot of things about the game, but like you said, it seems like it's very like do I really have to spend $10 to like enjoy this game, to get a character that I might not even give a fuck about? But like you said, if it's not balanced, then
what's the point?
If it's not fun, unless I have the characters, and they're kind of forcing you to get it. They're kind of forcing you to play ball with this like.
They gotta let survivors like carry a knife or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
This way they can fight back.
At least Friday 13th, you can fight back.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Friday 13th, yeah, you had weapons. Like here, it's like I understand it's more based on like the like I don't know. Like I feel like Friday 13th, like you could hide, but this game, like you really have to hide because it's like it just. Like you said, it's not really you don't really get that much of a fighting chance. Like I've won encounters with the encounters where it has you tap A, it's like a quick time event. I've won those encounters pretty fairly, but even then you still lose a little bit of health. Every time you drop down the well to escape, you lose a little bit of health. Anytime you hit a piece of a trap, you lose a little bit of health. Like and you have to constantly get tools to unlock the locks that are on every single door. So you have to you really have to communicate. I think if you have a team, you'll be okay. But like I always go into like, solo queues, or I'll go and play with I'll play with Brandon, my other friend, he plays, but like no one really plays. No one else besides, obviously I know your wife plays and you play it too, Perry, but like it's a very hard game when you don't have a full team all the time. And you can't because people have lives and everyone's busy. But it's just a very challenging game to jump into with randos that are completely screwing up. Like there was one guy, I escaped in the basement, and he literally kept on my team, he kept running past those like things that hang, and you just kept seeing the red thing go off because they see it when you're making noise. I'm like, dude, like you just fucking killed me. I might as well just back out because I'm gonna die. And that's the only good thing is that as soon as you die, you could just back out and you get. Like all your XP comes with you, so like they know, like if you don't want to sit there and watch the whole fucking game unfold.
I think she said something like they erased all her progress with the update. I gotta talk to her again about that.
Oh no, that's
you guys gotta play with. You gotta play the game with her at some point.
Yeah,
she needs people to play with. She's playing with all randos.
I know.
Messaging her, telling her she sucks, but they're the ones running around not doing anything.
Yeah, she survived, but they're the ones that are dead. It's like, yeah, it's just like.
Well, she tries to get these people to play the game properly, and they don't want to listen.
Yeah, and they're the ones that end up dead in like 2 seconds anyway. So it's all good,
Right.
Yeah, no.
Because it's like even on the victims where you think, okay, yeah, I can solo the, or I could, not the victims, the family, and you're like, all right, yeah, I can, I could do this, and then you have a Leatherface that you just don't see. Like the whole game, you're like, he never left the basement, and all the victims are outside. You're just like, where is he? Like, it's just, it's either you get a good team or you just get, you just get screwed. So, but look, I still like Texas Chainsaw. I haven't really played more than like 2 or 3 matches with the new updates, or at the latest update with the characters. And I think 2 of those matches I saw Mary from a distance, and I ran into barbed wire from her, and I died. So. I didn't survive the encounter, but I don't really know how she plays. So I guess we'll see. But like you said, it sucks with games like this that are ongoing because I do think they listen to the fans, but I also think they need to like really listen to the fans when it comes to like the actual game feedback. And I know they've been doing that too, but like if they say, hey, you guys got to switch this shit because it's unbalanced, they got to look into what's making it unbalanced. You know, instead of just saying, "Oh, we'll just have this update and we'll charge, 10, pretty much 20, $25 between the two characters." You know, like there should be a fucking season pass at this point. If you're gonna do all this shit, you're gonna do chainsaw packs and blood packs and all the costumes. It's like, let's just do it.
Right.
I'm trying to think if there's any
Free Radical apparently is closing. It'll be closed by the end of the week or something, or the end of the month, because Embracer owned them and they lost all that money or whatever. So.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why people are getting all excited in their pants about this thing here? Xbox is that because they added Remnant? They added that on Game Pass 1 and 2, so that's why people are excited.
Yeah, that's what they said in the chat. I think RWK said that in the chat.
But it's on Game Pass, which I didn't know when we talked about it earlier. So I guess that's why people are like, oh, yeah, I don't know. Apparently they put Remnant 1 and 2, but 2 is the newest one, so you could jump into this newest one first. I don't know. That's what I see on this article here, but yeah, I know we kind of talked about it, but they randomly just dropped it. They're like, out now, today. And that was at 8:03 p.m. So like 2 hours before we started, they dropped.
That's why I saw that shit all over the place.
That's why you see it all over, yeah. So I wanted to talk about it. People are like, why didn't you talk about breaking news, Game Complainers? Why? Because we just fucking started. But yeah.
I don't know. Free Radical. What else was there? There was something else. I forgot what it was.
Do you know when this? I mean, I don't know if it's a already answered thing, but do you know when Baldur's Gate is supposed to come out on Xbox?
December.
Does it have a date?
I don't know what the date is, but it's December.
I know it said December, but like, I feel like that's not like, I don't know if it's not having a date at this point. It's like, dude, is it coming out in December or is it?
Well, they announced it last month, saying it was coming in December. So there you go. Someone needs to buy Time Splitters IP. No, nonsense. Let it become vaporware.
Let's see. Microsoft is still determined to bring Game Pass to many screens as possible. We already knew this, though. It's kind of the same shit.
Yeah, bring it.
Trying to
bring
bring
all
it
those
mobile,
old games to everyone's screen. Then what?
My cat biting shit. Let me see.
I'm not a cat.
I still gotta well, I mean, I'm probably gonna pick up eventually. I want to pick up Spider-Man 2.
Just wait a little bit. It's gonna drop.
Yeah, look, by the time I actually feel like playing it, it probably will drop. So I'm not in a rush.
Let's talk about the pictures your wife took.
What's that?
Let's talk about the pictures your wife took.
What's that? Finders Keepers? Finders Keepers.
No, your wife took these very nice photos right here of the Kool-Aid Man beating the shit out of John Cena.
Oh my god, that is so fucking wild. You weren't kidding.
What
the hell?
And then this one, she took this beautiful photo right here.
Waiting for it.
It's coming through.
What?
I don't know what it is. I can't look at it.
What the hell? What? Why is there Kool-Aid jammers on the floor?
There's Kool-Aid jammers. Oh, I saw that one.
So
what the hell?
Somebody made this through AI, and it's just fucking funny.
Yeah, it's the one where John Cena's drinking the fucking Kool-Aid out of his head.
Yeah, I got that.
I just love the I just love the look on like the camera guy's face or whoever that is standing there.
That could be a rando because it's AI.
Yeah.
I got more. I'm gonna keep.
I
posting.
love John Cena's face in the first one, like when he's
He's on the ground.
what the hell?
I would pay to see that shit. The Kool-Aid Man beat the fuck
That
out
was
of John
legit.
Cena.
That's so funny.
I'll post the other one.
That should be the cover of the next wrestling game right there. Just him drinking the Kool-Aid.
2K24. Don't see
Yeah. It's so stupid.
There's more though. There's like a picture of John Cena dressed as Kool-Aid Man in like a CVS.
Oh my god.
Here. Here's the one where he's dressed as Kool-Aid Man. This is AI. Just remember this. That's so ridiculous.
I like how it looks like it's from like
1990.
Yeah, it could have been like in the early 90s.
Well, he's holding Kool-Aid up like it's a case of beer or something. In like the fucking deodorant section at CVS.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you see that, right?
It's like him on the security camera.
Then he got him beating the fuck out of Kool-Aid Man. So stupid.
What the hell?
Wrestling would actually be cool if they did this shit.
Why Kool-Aid though? Like why?
I don't know.
What?
Kool-Aid
I didn't
Jam,
type it in. Somebody else did. I wouldn't have thought about this in 100,000 years over here. Here's another one. And then there's one more after this.
Like I was ass cracks hanging out. Sub Dreadpool in the chat.
Yo, Dread.
Dreadpool, what's going on?
Big Dread in the house.
Here's good old Cena over here. And then I got the last one.
John Cena.
John Cena.
I don't know what this whole beef with Kool-Aid Man is though.
This Sunday, the Playground of Carnage, John Cena and the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
For the WCW.
Oh yeah, the macho Kool-Aid Man.
Well, you would do ooh yeah versus what is that? Oh yeah versus ooh yeah. Whatever he says. All right, so here's the last one here. Do you see that yet? How long is
Oh no. Oh man.
People have too much time on their hands.
That was somebody with good time on their hands because that was funny.
Yeah.
Well,
he's bathing in
I
Kool-Aid.
mean, all they had to do was type it in a fucking search bar. Fucking makes it up.
Holy crap, Dreadpool's in the jungle right now.
Welcome to the jungle.
If you click the general text chat in Discord, look where he's at.
I can't do that because I can do it on my phone.
Oh, right.
I can't do it here because it's gonna destroy the screen.
Oh, right, yeah. It's gonna mess up the.
Yeah.
Look at this photo.
He said check Discord. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna check now on my phone.
He's in the woods.
He's in the woods, like I was. Trying to join it.
It won't even load it.
Really?
Yeah, on the computer it says that he uploaded something, but on the phone it hasn't like come through yet. Discord sucks.
Looks like we're moving back to Skype. I'll see you next week on Skype. No,
hey man, it was pretty cool when we were on there. It actually worked pretty good.
it wasn't bad, I guess, right? Now that they force Skype on you on Windows 11, bastards.
Well, it doesn't activate until you turn it on. It's just built into Windows 11. You can turn it off.
Yeah.
It doesn't even turn on when you install Windows 11. Look at the picture here. Why did you hire CM Punk in spite of the fact that he beat up the Young Bucks and Jungle Boy? Triple H, I hired CM Punk specifically because he beat up the Young Bucks and Jungle Boy.
CM Punk.
Is there any news in the chat you guys want us to speak about?
Yeah, please bring up something
anything
else.
At all.
LOL,
and
it's
we'll
fine if you want.
I think it's all. We shot the shit about, we screamed and yelled about
a lot of stuff.
Game designers and
The hell's
companies.
going on?
The normal.
AI has gone too far, says the Alchemist. Better than AEW. Yeah, I mean, dude, I would pay on pay-per-view to see Kool-Aid Man fuck up John Cena. Come on. That should be.
Oh yeah, how about that?
That would be night 3 of WrestleMania.
Night 3. Just add a third night.
Yeah, make that the main event. Are they rewriting Scream with all the 2 people leaving? Yes. There might not be a Scream 7. So.
Yeah. Woo!
Well, guess what, Anthony?
Put it in the grave.
Guess what they're talking about doing? Kind of what this guy called right here. They're talking about retcon in 5.
No.
And bringing David Arquette back.
Yeah.
This is why you don't fucking kill the legends. Star Wars told you why that was a bad idea.
Yep. They laid it all out.
Independence Day 2 told you
a warning
why it was a bad idea. But these fuckers still did it. Yeah, we're going to kill them off because we got the new generation. Fuck the new generation.
You have to kill them off. Why can't they just be like, here you go, it's your turn now? And they ride off into the sunset. Why does everybody have to fucking die for the new generation?
Because it's got to be shocking, Eli, and you got to put over the new character. This is what I hate about this shit. This is like a thing everywhere. Movies, wrestling, games. Always got to put over the new characters because it's like, bro, we like the old characters, man. What the fuck are you doing?
All right.
What if in RE9, Anthony, they just kill off Leon, Claire, Jill, and fucking Chris, and Rebecca, and Barry, and Wesker? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just be like...
They start the game off, they're all dead. You play as a guy named Cliff.
Yo, Cliff.
Cliff Clavin from Cheers. No. You just play as some random guy named Cliff, and you're in a house with zombies. You know how many people are going to be fucking pissed? And then you're going to have people defending it. Whoa, it's time for a new generation. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Oh, dude, people defend it with Ethan already. They're like, well, how many times do you want to see the old characters?
Okay.
How many times?
Well, this is how dumb people are. Resident Evil 7 was a fucking reboot of the franchise, okay? The problem was, people didn't realize it. Capcom says, hey, it did pretty good. Let's just make this canon. And then they made 8 where they shoved Chris Redfield in it. And like you said earlier in your stream, they did him dirty.
Yeah.
He's a complete fucking dickwad in that fucking game. And you're like, that's why. That's not even his character.
And if you're going to bring someone new in, you got to give them some weight. You got to actually give them some kind of some kind of connection. And they didn't.
And the cover's false advertising. They make you think you play as Chris.
Yeah.
You play as Chris for like 3 seconds in the Call of Duty mode or whatever they have at the end.
The whole Chris Wolf artwork is just stupid. It doesn't even make any sense. He doesn't turn into a wolf. Not that I thought he was going to turn into a wolf, but it doesn't make any sense. It makes it look like he's going to be like a villain. Oh shit, are we gonna verse Chris? What the fuck? And then it's like, it has nothing to do with that. That's just something that they thought was cool. That are like, oh yes, Chris with the wolf, put him on there, and then that's it. It's like, all right,
the baby, and then freaking you don't see him for freaking 8 hours.
Yeah, and it's like, do you really think Chris Redfield wouldn't have told Ethan? No, the real Chris Redfield would have actually told him, yo, that wasn't me.
The story makes no sense though. He's mold
No,
for
it
fucking
doesn't.
like 10 years after the mansion or 3 years after the mansion. And he just decides to fall apart at the end of 8. Come on. Get the fuck out of here with that. They can't even write their own shit.
Then it became a
That's
Disney
what
story in
fucking
the
ruined the
fucking DLC.
franchise to begin with. They bitch slap all the games so hard that they don't even know what they're doing. The storyline is bitch
And
slap 6
nothing,
ways from Sunday over there.
nothing, like none of the games ever really like went back after like 6. Like nothing tied together. They were just like
No.
fucking throwing shit in there just
They had
because it's
different
like,
teams,
oh yeah,
different
it's
writers. I
Leon.
get that. That's why they want to streamline them with these remakes. But at the end of the day, man, what are you doing?
Right.
I didn't like when they added the dolls, the Annabelle dolls and shit in 8. I was like, come on, man, this is stupid.
They were doing fucking 13 Ghost shit and fucking what's those other movies? Fucking they were just like throwing shit in there. Fucking
Oh shit!
Annabelle.
They just Wario just tweeted this Steam version release date confirmed. Final Fantasy VII, December 7th, 2023. I don't know if this means anything. The Ever Crisis. I
What
don't know
is
what
it?
that is.
Hope it means I can buy
Final
it.
Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has a Steam release date of December 7th. I don't know what Ever Crisis is. I don't know what that is.
I don't know either.
It was an evil Far Cry.
What are you fucking talking about?
Or Final Fantasy. I don't know.
Why the fuck did
I'm
you
just
say
trying to-
Resident Evil Far Cry if you're talking about Final Fantasy?
Because we were talking about fucking Resident Evil, and we started talking about that fucking.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's random. I just looked at my Twitter and I saw that. I was like, wait, did I miss something here? But what is this? Ever
They
Crisis. What
even
is
brought
this?
up in the game one of the soldiers asked why he just didn't tell Ethan what was going on.
Oh shit! Never mind. This is some dumb shit.
Ethan, little Ethan.
Never mind. Ever Crisis is that dumbass mobile shit that they're bringing to Steam. No, yeah, that's all good. It was nothing. I'm sorry for the false.
Mobile games. Don't worry about it.
But there, you know what is? Did it just go up 10 minutes ago? The Kindergarten Cop 4K is on.
I saw that a couple days ago. The guy posted the box.
Yeah,
art.
the link just went up
Why
on
is that
Amazon
getting a
10 minutes
4K?
ago.
I saw that movie in the theater. That's how old I am. I was a little kid when I saw it in the theater.
I don't know, but
the fucking bootleg Steven Seagal guys at the end. You touch my kid Arnold, I kill you. Arnold beats the fuck out of him. Anyway.
I'm just trying to check to see if there's other stuff that was.
Yeah, see what's going on. I can't really look on a computer because it's going to turn the video off. So.
No, it's fine.
Let's see what's going on. Yeah, fine. Is there any drama going on here with Xbox or?
No, it's probably always something.
PlayStation.
Fade Station. There you go.
One second, let me grab other 4Ks that I have.
Go get him! You won't be needing any clothes. Your clothes. Give them to me now. You won't be needing any clothes. Yo, they want $40 for the Kindergarten Cop on 4K? Fuck that.
Hell no.
It should be called $40. $40 K.
$40.
The Alchemist. They even bring him again. I read that. Okay. It's VB says Robert Whisker. Cliff Redfield.
Cliff Redfield.
Hey, you know what I got on Black Friday? New printers for the shop.
Ooh.
I got Brother printers, and they were on sale for like $20 off.
Nice.
Because the HP that I had, I made the video, Eli.
Yeah,
Let me
it
tell you
fucking
something.
broke.
Let me tell you something. I had that printer in the main room and in the other room. And the computer fucking broke in the other room too. So I'm 2 for 2 that day. Okay?
Damn.
That printer never fucking prints properly. Okay? The other one in the other room, beautiful. Runs fine, no problems. That one. Fred was in the room with me like a year ago, and I fucking slammed that printer and it still worked. So I was like, whatever, I'm going to keep using it. It keeps pulling this shit where it just doesn't want to print. Then it told me the other day, there's no paper. I put paper in it, and it still says there's no paper. I turn it off, turn it back on. It recognizes there's paper. The computer's telling me it still doesn't have paper. So I said, you know what, man? I fucking spiked that thing, broke it, and I felt good.
Yeah.
Instead of getting stressed and get worried about it, I was like, you know what, man? Fuck you. Boom, done. I was happy. I was fucking happy. Threw that shit in the garbage.
Sometimes you just gotta break it right there.
I wish you would have shown.
And the other
that
one inside still works beautifully. But I ordered the Brother printers, and I'm replacing that one. And I'm gonna have these Brother printers. Apparently, they have that ink that you don't have to change for like a year or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a fucking printer that works. Okay. HP, kiss my ass, you motherfuckers. Horrible products. That's what HP stands for. I've had a few of them fail. Yeah, I've had a couple too, and this was the final straw. I got a couple of brothers, and that's it. We're going to see how this works out. Because we have this printer in the basement, and she's had no problems with it. So that's what we're doing. They're coming tomorrow or today or something. I don't even know when they're going to show up. But...
Brother.
No, good. Hulk Hogan's
We used to have
on.
those guys. Those guys used to come in to Best Buy, them as like HP. They always used to have like, you know, like you'd go back to the break room and they would have like, you know, this like, it'd be like a projection thing and it would be like a slideshow of like their products and shit like that. Like I just remember that, you know, it was always like the thing. I was like, oh, okay, because they would try to like, you know, teach you about the new printers and all that. I'd be like, I don't fucking sit here. You should have
said, where's the training video on how these things break all the time? Oh,
I know, right? Well, you know, they try to be nice to get like sandwiches. You know, they bring in like, you know, primo hoagies or whatever. Like, you know, they would always bring in food. So most of the time I'd go back there just to get the food, you know, but, yeah, it was basically just, that's what they would sell. They would sell those shitty little HP desk jets. And then they would sell, you know, the whole wall was like, cause they had scanners too, that like not the scanners, yeah, it was like the scanners, the copier. It was like everything, and it was like the big ass bulky one for like businesses and shit. They had them too. They're like fucking like $300, $400 or whatever.
The first scanner I bought at CompUSA. All right, it was a fucking. I think it was a Logitech. Literally, it's like a giant ass computer mouse, and you would hold the button down and scan down. So I would scan like a magazine cover or something. It wasn't like you just put it in the printer and it scans. That came later. It came like a year or two later. But this thing was fucking huge, man. You had a big button in the middle. You would hold it with your fingers while you're scrolling down to scan the picture in real time. Those were scanners back in the day.
Yep.
Talking mid-90s over there.
I think the first one that I had that was like a kind of like an all-in-one. I think it was like a Canon, I think.
Yeah.
And even that stopped working after that even stopped working after like it was a long time. They didn't break right away, but yeah, it's at some point it stopped working.
Something happened with my Canon too. It was a really good fucking all-in-one. And then I went to buy a new one. Yeah, it was really very heavy. But I went to buy a new one, and they just weren't made the same.
Yeah.
And
sometimes they lose it a little bit, you know, like.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck this shit. So I got the old HP. This HP here is fine. I've never had a problem with this one. I got in like 2016. Never had an issue. This one used to be at the store. And then I got the Canon Or I got the smaller. This one was just too big for the table. So I got the smaller HPs. And those are the ones that I was using. The 3755 or whatever the hell it's called. But this one actually prints covers out like perfectly in line and everything. Those other ones didn't do that. It was annoying. But yeah, I was just trying to print out ads for the sale and forget it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think like a lot of the I don't know, like especially the quality of that stuff definitely has dropped a lot, you know. It's like they definitely were made differently and built to last now. It's like, you know, unless you get something that's like I don't know, business proof or something that's like, you know,
HP forever before I got the Canon. HPs always fucking break, man. Eventually they all fucking break.
I think that's what we have upstairs. That's why I'm kind of scared because I think Nick was the one that found it. I think he got it for my parents one year, and I'm like, all right, it's fine. You know, it's a scanner, prints, but like, you know, replacing the ink isn't that bad. But yeah, it still acts a little weird sometimes.
Yeah, I just told this thing, please print, and the fucking thing's telling me there's no paper. There's paper in it. I even pressed the button to make sure, because when there's no paper, there's a button that flashes yellow. So I put the paper in, I hit the button, it did its thing, and it didn't print. It still said there was no paper. So I said, okay, turned off the printer, turn it back on, cancel the print, try to reprint, same shit. And I was like, you know what, man, I'm done. Like, I've had it with this thing. This is not the first time. And again, it was only that printer in that room. The other printer, no problems. Works. It just fucking works. This one always gave me an issue. So, it's gone. The brother's coming, and I'll be hooking that shit up.
The brother.
It better not suck. I'm sending that back. Brother.
Put a Hulk Hogan do-rag.
Are you gonna stream the Game Awards? Karai, how you doing? Yes,
up,
on Anthony's channel. Let's Talk Resident Evil on YouTube. And that will be Thursday, December 7th, 6 p.m.
Yes.
We will be live. Anthony and I will cover that.
And let me get you the exact time, just because I want to see when they go live, and we will go live.
Paste your channel in there so that he or she can subscribe.
So this starts at, does it actually give you a start time?
I just woke up, so I'm really lazy. Yeah, I know. I hear you.
Okay, so it's from 7:30. Or no, I'm sorry. There's probably like a pre-show thing at 7, but 7:30 is probably when it starts. Or 7:30 is probably the pre-show of their show, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they do a pre-show for a half hour, then it really starts at 8, because it goes until 11 p.m. So we're gonna be live for like 3 or 4 hours. It's gonna be a nice chunk of the night. But me and Perry, we'll go live at like 6:30. So let's do 6:30 Eastern, because that gives us an hour. That gives us an hour to shoot the shit with the chat. Have you guys come in, make sure everyone's here, and then we can kind of tell our predictions when we do that, and then I'm assuming they'll probably kick it off at 8. I feel like 8 is a good, because 3 hours, right? It's normally 3 hours. I feel like that would be it.
3 hours.
Start at 8.
It's funny we have
the Cringe Awards.
Yeah, right.
But
it's funny we had to.
So I wanted to get a time on that. Yeah. I feel like it always makes sense to stream these, especially when there's an RE thing attached to it, because it just kind of, I kind of want to see RE4 win, obviously.
I have RE4 is probably my game of the year personally, but I don't know. They should have had a fucking remake category, because then it could have won. It could have beat Dead Space. Dead Space was really fucking good this year, too.
Dead Space still deserved to be nominated for something.
But I think Resident Evil just took it up a notch. Because I played Resident Evil 4 Remake a million times. Dead Space I played like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
About GTA 6, I heard it's going to be like Bonnie and Clyde. Someone said that to me. I don't know. We will find out. I don't. To be honest with you, as long as the game is good, I don't care what it's about.
Yeah. If it's Vice City, I'm good.
Now, I was on Noof's channel last night, and he was saying something like the CEO of Rockstar wants us to pay per hour for games. It's like, bro, if they ever fucking do that, they can kiss their game goodbye. Because I ain't playing that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, how much money did they make on GTA 5? Enough money to make the next fucking 5 games. Or more. Okay, we're talking about another like 20, 30 years of games. Just sell the game for $70 and shut the fuck up. You're lucky you get an extra 10. You know what I mean?
Right.
Enough of this shit where the games are more than the consoles. Go fuck yourself. The game might be $150 and everyone's gonna buy it. No, at that point, I think everyone's gonna say, you know what, go fuck yourself. I'll play 5.
Yeah.
For $20. You're gonna make 5 an even bigger game after that.
True.
It's kind of like Windows 11. Yeah, no, Windows 11, all the computers can't use it, right? Nobody's on Windows 11. And they're like, please, update till Windows 11. It's like, we can't.
It's like we can't. The fucking
We
computer
could have if you would have let us
nothing.
use it, but we can't. And there's workarounds, obviously. But
Yeah.
why should there be? I like Dead Space, but I just grew tired of it after a while. It says train wreck. There is a chance GTA 6 could be a disaster. It won't be. Don't worry. You guys are so fucking worried about this shit. Who cares? When the game comes out, just have fun with it.
I don't really doubt. I mean, Rockstar has done questionable things, but I'm not really like.
I think people are mad
I
because
think it'll
it's
be
about like
fine.
a single mom and shit, and it's like, who cares? It's a fucking
Right.
Grand Theft Auto game. You can still rob cars. Now, if there's a game called Grand Theft Auto and you can't steal cars and shit, I think you have a problem.
If it turns into like Gran Turismo,
here's the thing.
then you have a
Everyone's so
problem.
fucking worried about like a secret narrative and shit. Just buy the fucking game and have fun. Who gives a shit?
Rockstar does not care about any of that. They don't care about offending people.
I know
they
that,
don't care
but because
about.
the rumor
That's just the way
it's
it
a
is.
single mom, people are like, oh, they're trying to talk about like broke society. Everyone doesn't have money and blah blah. It's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's like,
who cares?
Look, all that is in every GTA game.
The
it
third
just is
game
what
was
it
about
is.
the fucking gangs in the 90s.
Yeah. Vice City was about the gangs of the 80s, like the different stuff going on. That's the thing. It's like it was like the Warriors at some points. Like that was the point. It's like it's always taking an influence from something in terms of like culture or movies, whatever. That's just what Rockstar does. But like the game is still not going to. It is meant to offend every single person out there. It doesn't care. It's GTA.
Yeah.
You can't box it in. It's always going to be rated M. It's always going to be bloody. There's always going to be missions to play that are effed up and everyone's talking about them online. That's part of GTA. That's part of the rollout. That's not going to change.
Right.
It doesn't matter what doesn't matter what year it is. It doesn't matter. It does not change, you know?
Here we go. Thunder's Productions with 5 gifted subs.
Oh shit.
Thunders is just like snapping. He's been giving back to the community. He's making sure everybody has the green names, the badges. He's making sure everyone is ready.
Well, he also outed some silent viewers here. David was gifted a membership by Thunders. David R was gifted a membership by Thunders. Back from the Dead was gifted a membership by Thunders. Rodney Williams was gifted a membership by Thunders Productions. And DJ was gifted a membership by Thunders Productions. Very cool. Thank you, Thunders. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, man. And you know what I learned today? So if they already signed up for a membership, he just gives them an extra month.
Right.
So let's just say if they didn't.
David R, DJ, and Back all got extended memberships.
Right. That's funny. That happened to you because this is the first time I saw it today. I was like, wait. And then I think it was RWK, I think, or it was someone else. They were like, yeah, I'm already a member, but it just adds on. Yeah. So you basically get another month courtesy of Thunders. So there you go.
Thank you, Thunders. I appreciate that, man. You didn't have to do
that, but
man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, this guy's always gifting at every stream we do or just giving back, so we appreciate that, man.
Well, one day, Thunders, we're going to give you a code or something to a game, so...
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, seriously, thank you.
Call of Duty, the next game is going to be Call of Duty: The Gulf War. So they're starting to get caught up with the 90s a little bit.
Finally,
So
a different
here's the
looking
thing.
war.
Is the next one the one that they took a little bit extra time on? Apparently.
No, because here's what was going to happen. If the Microsoft deal closed earlier this year, after Modern Warfare 3, they were going to take a year and a half off, regroup. The Gulf War game has been in development for about 4 years, they're saying.
Mhm.
So I believe that might be next, while Modern Warfare takes a year and a half off to figure out what they're doing. That's what I'm thinking.
Let me tell you something right now. Oh, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
I heard Call of
Go
Duty
ahead.
Gulf War is next year.
Okay. And who's making that one? That's
I don't know.
I forget who just made this one. Who makes the Modern Warfares? Fuck. I should remember this.
I think
forget.
Sledgehammer did this one. I could be wrong. Or
Okay.
they might have done Black Ops. I don't even remember. Call of Duty feels the same every year. That's the point. Modern Warfare 3 had terrible reviews. Of course it did. I still like it.
Well, I think everyone likes, just like how they like that sports game every year. They like that thing to look forward to every year.
All these guys.
My dad is the same way. He always likes this stuff.
And then their girlfriends buy them it every year.
And you're right, Perry. Sledgehammer did this one.
Okay.
So you were right. But I will say this. I was going to say, though, the ending, you're like, what the fuck is that?
What, for Call of Duty?
Yeah. And because it was one of those things where, like, it ends.
Is it like Killzone Shadowfail type ending?
Not to the person that you are, but let's just say it's one of the main characters.
Okay.
And you're like, they just did that to him?
Oh, yeah.
And
Price,
this is like,
he's dead.
No, not Price. Now, that's the thing.
I'm not going to run. I didn't beat it, so I don't know. I'm just fucking.
Right. Not Price. Price is Price is pretty safe. Now, here's the thing. Price did die in the original.
Right.
So they didn't kill him off, but it's just not even about the ending cutscene. It's just like you're playing the game and it just ends. Like there's a cutscene, but there's no like build up. It's just like because they're making Modern Warfare 4.
Right.
But like you don't kill the bad guy. You don't kill him. And you literally defuse bombs. You're defusing a bomb. There's no like gunfight. There's no big combat. You literally are just defusing a bomb, cutscene, game ends, credits roll. Because my dad was like, this isn't the end, is it? Because I was helping him because he needed help doing it. And I was like, no, I don't think so. I think there has to be something else. There was nothing else. I'm sorry. That campaign felt rushed as all hell.
And your dad slammed the PlayStation 5 against the brand new TV and broke it.
He was a little bummed. He was a little. I mean, he liked it, but he was just like, "Why is it already over?" Because for him, it always ends too fast.
You put about 4 hours in, and that's the ending you get. That's the whole thing with these games. You're trying to get to the end so you can beat it and see what happens. And when you get an ending like that, man, that's kind of fucked up. You know what that feels like with Killzone.
Yes.
I played Killzone and I was like,
what the hell?
And you were very upset with that ending. I remember that.
Yes. It was the only thing to play
to the point where I was like, all right, I'm going to stop playing this shit now. What killed me with Killzone was the fucking owl.
The owl.
I had to swipe up. I'm like, this is stupid. I'm not doing this shit. I never went back. It's 10 years later. I still never went back.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. Like, and I haven't even dipped into...
Treyarch does the Black Ops game, says Alchemist. All right, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Treyarch does Black Ops. That's what I was trying to remember.
I know they used to do Black Ops. I don't know who does it now, but he says Treyarch.
Yeah.
There you go.
I haven't played the last few Black Ops. I think the last one I played was 3.
Right.
But yeah, like I said, I played the campaign a little bit, but then when I saw that, I was like, I don't know. So yeah, just kind of little bit of a weird turn that they made. And there is a post-credit scene, so you do get to see some kind of like revenge on what just happened in a way, let's just say, but it's not like, I feel like we should have played that, or we should have like, I don't know. It just, and there never was a Modern Warfare 4. There never
No.
was.
Oh, so they can't do a remake? Oh, they could. So wait,
So
is 4 going to come out first on 360, and then they can remake that?
and then they'll remake that. Yeah, that's the rule. You know, I don't know. I don't know where they take it in terms of that story. You know, because so Sledgehammer did Vanguard. That was the last one they did before this. Infinity Ward did Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Vanguard was okay. I played that a little bit, but not really. I played Cold War more. I played that with you guys a lot. And then Infinity Ward did Modern Warfare. So yeah, literally they pretty much hired Sledgehammer to do the DLC for Modern Warfare 2. They did the DLC and they said, "No, let's make this a full game. Do a campaign real quick, and when you do that, kill off a main character and just end it." And that's probably what they told him to do, which it's just such a weird, because Modern Warfare 2 was a really great game. Original and remake.
I beat the original Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, the original Modern Warfare 2, I got all the achievements. I did all the spec ops. I was a madman with that game. I actually really enjoyed it. That was probably my favorite Call of Duty. A lot of people say 4. Well, I like Modern Warfare 2 a lot. And yeah, I don't know. But it's every year, and this is why stuff like this should just end up on Game Pass eventually, because you don't really have to. If a year Call of Duty sucks, then you at least don't spend $75 plus tax, or 70, whatever edition you're getting, taking a gamble with it. But it is something people like every year. My dad gets it every year, and we game share, so I just kind of check them out. So that's kind of how I play them.
Well,
other than that,
ever want to be in our squad, just let us know. We don't have a squad. We just meet online and play.
Yeah.
I gotta get on that.
I gotta get situated with the PlayStation again, and I'll test out the PlayStation Plus thing.
PlayStation Plus.
You can get on, you guys.
You have Modern Warfare 3?
No, I gotta get some way to play it so I can play with you guys.
Bro, it was on sale last week. It was only $50. How'd you miss that deal?
What am I gonna play it on? Does it work on the fucking deck or?
Yeah. Oh no, on Steam Deck. I don't know.
Ooh,
I don't know about that. It works on the Lenovo.
I ain't got the Lenovo.
Wait, you don't have an Xbox, man? Wait, don't you have an Xbox One?
No, I got rid of the Xbox One like 3 years ago.
I don't know. I know you bought it for me, but I don't know where the hell you got.
He needs Edith.
Edith.
Yeah, because remember I bought one off of you, and then I think the Red Dead bundle came out, and I got the fucking new one.
Oh, the X.
And then had that for a couple years, and then
Edith.
I got rid of it.
Edith. Jesse's here.
Why don't you just buy a Series S then? Just fucking play it on there.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Series S's were $249.99 with 3 months of Game Pass with a game.
They were $150 at Verizon.
Yeah.
I'll get one when the fucking after Christmas sale fucking comes, and they're all the same prices again. So.
Well, this is the last year they're going to be on sale, because they're going to. We're thinking at the Game Awards they're going to show their next digital console, and that's just going to replace Edith, aka the Series S. If you guys are like, why are they saying Edith? Because the code name is Edith, or the internal name is Edith for it. Yeah, which is so dumb, but now it's called Edith. We did not know before those leaks came out.
Hey, Eli, if you want a PS5, let me know. I got fucking like 3 of them. I'm trying to get rid of.
But just to get on the current gen, Series S still isn't bad. I mean, look, it's game's still running 30 on it. Texas Chainsaw on it makes you want to just throw your fucking console out the window, to be honest with you. But like, it's bad. Like, and I'm just like, I don't know. Some people don't care about that kind of shit, and it's fine, because like Call of Duty, it should run in 60. I feel like the Series S should run COD in 60.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So shit like that. It runs Halo in 60. So it's not bad. It's just like it's already dead. So you can kind of decide on what you want to spend your money on. Like if you are like, you know what, I'll just stick with but like you can play with us if you
Well,
get
here's
it.
the thing.
So it's kind of and it's all digital, so you
He's
don't got to
going
worry
back to
about
Japan,
anything.
so I mean, a Series S would kind of be good, but he's bringing the fucking Xbox 360 with him. So what
Ah,
the
the
Yeah.
360.
he's
Okay,
not going to be fucking rocking all these new machines.
that's
Yeah,
fair.
I really lightened my load, the last like year. Like
So
I've got
I
I've
think
noticed.
it
Yeah.
I've
would
got like
prop.
4 consoles.
Yeah, I couldn't take trade-ins all fucking year because of your shit. I still got to. I got to get rid of that shit online too. A lot of it. A lot of people did buy all your stuff, but the big
Yeah,
stuff,
you were
like
telling me.
the big stuff, I still got that, and I got to unload that shit.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, I mean, it definitely gets the job done. I mean, I think the yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's fair. I mean, the 360, I
well,
feel like it, especially
I did his 360. It's all set. That
yeah,
was the only 360 RGH3 I did in under an hour. Because I was like,
yeah.
done. And Fred's like, you're done already? It's like, yeah, I got these things down, man.
that's cool.
We
That's
tested a
really cool.
million times. Everything works fine. I got it right behind me, actually, behind the green screen. It's in the bag, ready to go. The only thing is, I have thumbsticks coming for the controller because the left
Mhm.
thumbstick, this guy gimped out. So I'll put new sticks on it for you, clean the controller, and that's it. It's all set.
Well, what do you want me to do with that terabyte drive? Because I got the drive. Do
You
you
give it to
still
me.
need that?
Yes. Either you can
Okay.
give it to me or give me my money back. But if you already have it, I'll take it.
Yeah. How much you want for the? Because I'm probably going to use this terabyte for my computer or something to have some extra storage.
I paid like 65 after
But
tax. So just give me my
I'll
money
send you
back.
like 70 bucks or
Great.
whatever.
You could do that tonight. And then you're good to go. I just give you the machine and you're done.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes, stop.
I only got that because it was going to take forever.
Yeah.
He's yelling at his cats.
Yeah, Jesse's just getting into shit at like 2:30. It's like Jesus Christ, Jesse.
The cat's fucking laying somewhere.
I know. Well, he was just sleeping. Now he's up, and he's like, "Oh, it's time to be up."
He was sleeping under the Christmas tree, my cat.
So what I would
Yeah, I'll
recommend,
run.
you get
Oh, go
Modern
ahead.
Warfare 3 on fucking PC since you have your laptop or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can play new shit on there and whatever, and that's it. So wait for CD keys whenever they don't even have that game up there yet for Steam.
No, I think it's sold out.
No, they just don't have it up there. They only have it for
Is it not on
Xbox.
Steam yet?
It's not on CD
Or is it
keys.
just not on CD keys?
It's not on
Okay.
CD keys. The PC version.
Because it's on Steam. Like I see it when I go on Steam, but I guess it's not on
Right.
CD keys.
I mean, a 2 terabyte portable NVMe when I got here. It already fills
Iron
up.
Man 2 isn't on CD keys.
Already has about 2 or 3/3 filled. Not bad. The thing with Eli is he doesn't need a Series X or a PS5 because he's going to Japan and he's got to carry less stuff with him.
I like this next dude. This trip, I bought way too much fucking stuff with me. Like it was a pain in the ass carrying this shit around for 6 months. Like next trip, like I'm bringing like one fucking luggage and that's it.
You know what you should do? Just bring your fucking your gear, your wrestling gear. Just buy
Yeah,
like shirts over there or something. This way you don't have to carry this
yeah.
shit around. Like
No, it was
I've
like
never
such a pain in the ass.
I've never been on a plane, but I'll tell you this: if I was getting on a fucking plane,
Hmm.
I'd bring my clothes that I'm wearing, my wallet. And when I get there, I'll go to Walmart or whatever, or Target or something, and buy a couple of fucking clothes there.
Yeah.
And then when I'm done, I can either throw this shit out when I'm there, or fucking take it with me. Come home.
Well, I'll say
I
this:
totally wouldn't bring
the
any
fucking
luggage if I was going on
the
a plane.
fucking wrestling store has a fuck ton of like old ass fucking shirts and shit for like $2-3, and it's like fucking an outlet for wrestling fucking old ass wrestling shirts. I'll just go there, fucking buy. If I need a shirt, just go there. I go to fucking 7-Eleven, buy a shirt. Pants is a different story. Fucking forget. I can't find any pants that are my size out there. Yeah, that's the pain in the ass thing. Is like if I don't
Yeah,
bring any clothes with me, the guarantee,
you're
like, am I gonna
screwed.
find any clothes
Yeah.
my size? Oh,
At least
one
that's
guy that
easier to transport. At least like clothes are the one thing that's like you can condense that pretty
yeah,
much in like a bag or in like a
because
couple
I
bags.
I packed for like 6 months. Like I
Yeah.
packed each that like I needed like at least 4 or 5, 6 outfits to take with
Yeah.
me and change in
Definitely.
and out. I
Yeah.
needed
That's
a
like half a
jacket
year. That's
because
pretty crazy.
I needed a jacket because in New Zealand it was winter at the time, so I needed a jacket. I needed fucking like sweatpants and all winter
That's cool
clothes
as
and
shit,
stuff.
man. You're seeing so much cool shit out there.
Man, I probably won't go back to New Zealand, New Zealand for a while, but
Yeah.
Japan, yeah, I'm definitely going back to Japan. Like I had a lot of fun while I was
Yeah,
there.
that's cool.
So
That's so killer. It's just cool to
yeah.
take in like a different culture, a different environment, It's like I don't know, just traveling, I feel like for me in the last couple of years is it opens up your eyes and your mind a little bit to just how other people are or like I don't know.
Mhm.
It's just a really
Experience a
cool
different culture and
experience.
a different
Yeah.
real life, and just like wow, this is
You see
pretty
shit
different.
that like pictures do not do as justice. You're like, dude, I can't like I can explain it to you, but until you're there, it's like like that's the kind of shit
Yeah,
you see. You're like, I can't even explain it. You just gotta go there and see it.
yeah. Like you go to these gaming places in Japan, like you have to really be there. Like, damn, look at all this fucking
Yeah.
crazy shit. You just find randomly. You just walk into a store and you're like, oh wow, they have this.
Yeah. That's the best part is always kind of like looking for the shit that you're into, like finding, a place that has movies or finding a place that has games. Like that's always one of the first things I check when I go somewhere, like either out the country or just like it's like I'm always checking. All right, like what do they got here? Do they got a record store here? Like little things like that, because you just don't know what you're gonna find.
Right. The fucking wrestling store in Japan, like they have like WWE and like
Oh, I'm sure
WWE
it's still
figures and
huge. Yeah,
Mexican wrestling figure. Like they have like a bunch of stuff. They had WWF magazines with like the posters and
oh,
like the inserts. You
that's
know,
dope. Yeah,
like
see, I'm a sucker for old magazines that are in like complete shape.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Like
they
they
take
have
up a
old
lot of
posters.
space though, but
Yeah, like there's so much stuff you can find there. Like
yeah, the posters they'd have in the back and shit like that, and like,
posters, the signed fucking memorabilia and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah, cool.
uh, so I don't know if you guys saw my unboxing of this.
I did not.
There's
No, I saw you.
literally a fucking condom on this thing that you pull up and you unbox it.
Oh
Jeez,
no.
they had
All
to
right.
protect it, Yeah, yeah, they had to protect it in shipping.
Exactly. That's what I said in the review. Now,
Yeah.
in a couple of weeks, Anthony, I could finally once again use this iPad Air for Resident Evil 4 Remake.
There we go.
I have one of these iPads in the closet still sealed. I might return that shit.
I
That
have
game
no
better be
idea what
good.
my fucking iPad is.
You're who?
So I have no idea where mine is. Probably at my dad's house.
Yeah, it's probably outdated because
Yeah, it definitely is.
they're
It's
updating these
probably like
tablets every
fucking
fucking day now. It's kind of annoying actually. You need the
yeah.
iPad Air 2002 model to run Resident Evil as like the minimum. Then you could get the
Yeah.
iPad Pro with the M2 chip, which costs like, $1,500 fucking dollars or something, or $800, something crazy.
Right.
I don't know. Just to run a stupid game. I just want to run the game, see how it goes. If the game runs good and it's good enough, that one will go to the shop and you guys can play it. Because this one I got for cheap. That one I paid out the ass for it, but it's still sealed. I can still return it until January. So Yes. Burberry or Givenchy? I don't even know what you're talking about.
I have some. Well, I could show off some of the physical stuff I picked up
Go
on
ahead.
sale. There's still stuff coming in, but we got
Sparky.
Shawshank Redemption.
I got that.
Yes, it was like
$10.
$7, whatever.
Yeah, $7.99.
Yeah, maybe 10.
Green
Green Mile.
Oh, how much was that?
This was, I think it was maybe like $8, $9, something like that.
I need that.
But the cover, like I like the original cover better. This I don't like. It just looks weird. Like I miss like the one with Tom Hanks. Like that's the one I remember seeing, on the VHS cover. I think it was just his face.
Well,
On it.
Genshin, that's true.
Glorious Bastards. It's also $7.99. Christmas Story.
I got that. I got that years
yeah.
ago.
With the slip. This has
Like Gucci
Christmas
or Prada.
Vacation.
I don't shop for handbags.
Again, these are like typically $25 or $30. They're not worth that much. So yeah, all these were like
I got the other
between
one.
$7 and $10.
I got the vacation one, not Christmas.
That's what
vacation.
I got right here. Boom.
Yeah, that's the one I got at Best Buy.
That one.
It's still
Yeah.
in my car. I forgot to bring it in the house for like 2 weeks.
Again, same thing. Like usually it's like $25, $30. It was like between $7 and $10, whatever.
I got that for $9.99 at Best Buy. It was the last one they had.
And then Enter the
Bruce Lee.
Dragon.
Oh, I didn't get that.
Dragon.
I still gotta watch
Classic.
that.
So. Yeah. Unfortunately, still has the ugly 100 Warner Brothers thing on it, but they did that with most of their slipcovers.
The only thing ugly on this
actually
show is you.
Wow.
Oh shit!
It's the same exact logo. Sony ripped that logo off too. The 100
know.
logo. It's like they just stole it.
Just funny.
And Warner Brothers is like, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't really think I got any games on sale. I mean, a lot of the ones I saw, like I already had, or like I didn't really, like I was looking for like, 360 games that were digital that were on sale. Like I didn't really find anything that I didn't have, or, I don't know.
You know
But-
these microphone things?
Yeah.
So, I got a pink Blue Yeti, okay? My wife got one. So, we're like, I'll get you this microphone cover. So I ordered a 10-pack. It shows them all puffy in the fucking Amazon ad. Yeah, this is them. They're all squished in a bag. It's like they air vacuumed the fucking bag.
What the hell?
There's 10 of them in here, all crumpled up.
Dude, Amazon sent like my fucking hard drive in a big ass box with like no fucking
Padding, right?
Shit,
It was
man.
bouncing around.
bouncing around the fucking box.
Yeah, careful with that, man. That's because that's the kind of shit that like dies on you,
I mean, it's as a D, so
Oh, it's a small one.
probably home, but yeah.
I mean, the
But,
good thing is
so-
that it is like usually packaged in there pretty well, like but it's still just like like the outer shell. It's just that's a little annoying.
Right.
Let's see if I got anything else. I might have to get up.
I'm just fucking going away.
Let me get up for a second. Let me see what is behind here.
Okay.
Let's check this flashlight out. Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
Oh,
he disappears.
Every
This is
time I
some Alan
put the
Wake shit.
flashlight in front of the camera.
Yeah. That's funny.
Alright, give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves.
Resident Evil 8.
What do you play on the 360? Do you got like just all your shit on there? All your saves?
I haven't gotten it. Harry still has it. I gotta come get it.
Oh, okay. Did you put your saves on it?
No, I don't. I haven't had a 360 in years, dude.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Like this is like I'm basically starting from
Oh, Anthony,
scratch.
I got a ton of shit here. You are so fucked, Anthony. I got you so beat.
He probably does.
I got you so
He
beat.
probably does.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, why did I even challenge him to buy these games and movies?
Challenge accepted.
Ugh.
I'm just finally excited to fucking be able to play WWE 13 with all the DLC.
Oh shit. That is a stack, my friend.
Okay.
Oh shit! I can't even
Gives
see
me
it.
my
It's stacked
fucking
tournament.
earbuds.
Okay. For a second.
Yeah, you definitely have me beat for sure. That's a stack.
All right, so here's Sonic Origins on Switch.
Oh,
I have it
Sonic.
on all 3 consoles now, physically, because I waited till it was cheap. The Fifth Element.
Nice.
$9.99. I never watched it.
I have that, but I probably
You never
spent
watched it? Wow.
a little bit more.
The Godfather.
Yeah,
That's a classic. You
I
gotta
have
that
the
on
trilogy
4K.
on Blu-ray, but I said fuck it. It was cheap. I think this was like
Yeah.
$8.99, $7.99. Here's
That's one of those
Blade
that like. Oh, nice.
nice.
That's one of
Good.
what? Godfather.
And I was saying that's Godfather's one of those movies that's like on every like it's always going to be released on everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. Godfather and Goodfellas were the first 2 movies to get
Well,
That
together.
was like
Blu-ray,
$7, $8.
$5.99.
Oh, $5.99, yeah.
$5.99. This is a game. I got this a while ago. Steel Rising.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Halloween H2O.
I got that one. Hell yeah.
This is stuff
I'm waiting for them to do the other one, Steelbook, you know.
Yeah, this one this stuff I got beforehand. All these ones I'm about to show you. Obviously the Last Dragon Steelbook.
Ooh. That's
Ad
nice.
Astra.
Never seen it.
No, I've seen the
Redfall.
poster.
Redfall! It's a crappy game!
Redfall. I actually saw Back for Blood was $7.99 too. I might pick that up.
Valkyrie
I got
Elysium.
Back for
I
Blood.
don't know
I don't
anything
remember
about
how.
this game, but I picked it up because it was cheap.
Mm.
Top Gun. Unbreakable. Glass. Shawshank Redemptions. Split I've had.
I think Glass
but I
had
never
a
watched
better
it.
ending.
The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
The Grinch.
The Grinch without Jim Carrey. Hey.
The Grinch.
It's not showing.
It's green,
Glitching
that's
out.
why.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
green. It's like nope.
Top Gun 2. The
Top Gun
Exorcist.
2, holy-
That
Ah!
cover sucks, man. They should have used the original with that
Yeah.
shit.
It's
Oh,
about
yeah,
to suck
that is
even
a
more
terrible
now.
cover.
Ah! I told you Atari was cool. Come on. Creed 3.
True.
I have all 3 of them. I never watched them.
Oh, I thought you said Scream 3, and I just saw
Haven't
3, and I was
seen
like, wait, what?
Creed
Evil Dead Rise. This was $10 also.
I have not seen it.
I haven't seen it either.
It's okay.
Like a lot of movies in the last year I haven't seen, except like Transformers.
Transformers.
Do you
They say Transformers or tranny porn. What are you talking about on the show?
Oh no,
Transformers.
robots in disguise.
Yeah,
Not
More
that
than
kind of
meets the
disguise.
eye.
Yeah, more than meets the eye.
More than meets the Eli.
Oh, no.
yeah.
You're screwed, Eli. You walked right into
Do you
that.
do you torrent stuff over there at all, like on your computer?
Me?
Eli?
No, I don't
Okay.
risk it. I don't even fucking play with that shit.
Dude, over there, forget it. They'd cut his dick off like Val Venus if you did this shit.
Yeah,
NordVPN. Come on.
I got Express. Yeah.
Oh, man. He didn't even use your code, Anthony.
Damn.
Sorry. I
Savage.
used
Well, if
to-
you use
what's
it, then
the
there's
name
no.
code?
As long as
What's
you
the
know where to
competition?
where to get stuff.
I
The
use
real
it to
thing
just-
is like. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just use it to watch like all the fucking different movies they got. Like, or if I want to watch something from Netflix here and not in Japan,
Yeah,
because
that's
they
good.
all the sites have different stuff. And certain like some of the Japanese websites that I need to go on, they won't let me fucking go on them unless I fucking use the
Damn.
website.
Well, I think the best
VPN.
bet is like if you ever need a movie or something, we can always upload it on, a drive, and then we can send it to you. It's like a direct like download, so you don't gotta
Yeah.
go through like a site. You just download it, and then it'll be up for like a
Yeah.
day, and then you have it. Because they shouldn't block
The
that. 'Cause
torrent-
it's just like, yeah,
the
torrents are a
torrent thing,
different
I was
story.
Sitting there seeding, and then
Yeah,
some shit happens to my computer.
You don't fucking seed, bro. That's the whole fucking point.
hey, you
Right.
leech. You just delete that shit.
It's called a hit and run. The minute it's done, you fucking turn that shit off.
Right. If only it didn't take like 3 days for me to fucking see.
Because you're on the VPN, that's why.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, if we send it through Google, it's just like you downloading a big file. Then it just depends on your internet connection.
Yeah, 'cause my internet, like out there, like my internet's not the best. That's why, like, I would come on stream and then sometimes I just leave because, like, I'm literally like on the move a lot. I'm on my data,
Yeah.
the Wi-Fi. If I'm not at the house, like,
You just download stuff when you're on Wi-Fi, so you have shit on your phone, probably, like whether it's like
yeah,
shows or stuff.
yeah. Even show like I really don't doubt my family has so many freaking streaming services. Like I just watch whatever, whenever. I got Tubi and all those different ones.
Hey man,
I just
YouTube
watch whatever.
itself has free movies on here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's hella
YouTube's my
there's
entertainment.
You
So
can
free
watch
movies.
Sally Jesse
Yeah.
Raphael. You can watch Ricky Lake. You can watch all these fucking TV
Mhm.
shows for free on YouTube.
There's
You can watch The
region like
Commish
locked
for free.
movies too.
As what?
There's certain movies like if you like because I have the VPN or whatever, or even when I was in Japan, like if you switch the freaking thing, there's different free movies.
Yeah, per country, right? Like they have like different regions
Yeah,
have different movies
but
available
they have like
because of the
our
rights.
movies, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
like fucking Hulk was on fucking YouTube for free in Japan. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like why
Watch like
here?
some of the
But
Marvel
yeah.
The
movies.
Hulk is free here too.
Is it free there? Then? Oh,
Yes, on YouTube.
it wasn't when I was watching it.
No, it was
When I
fucking
was
here,
there.
man. I watched the episode where the guy beats his son up and the Hulk beats the fuck out of the guy.
Really?
And the guy screams, "Daddy!" And you find out that the father was abused, so he was taken out on a kid.
Right.
Dude, the Hulk fucked this guy up. This
That
guy's
Hulk
beating up
show
his
is
son,
fucking crazy.
okay? The Hulk fucking breaks the fucking door down to the gym, and the guy's looking like,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna take you on next. It's like, bro, this guy's the fucking Hulk. You don't even know who or what he is. And he's so fucking drunk with power that he's like, yeah, you want some now? No, Hulk fucks him up.
Yeah. He's like, no, it's the freaking Hulk. Dude, he was going every episode. He was in a new town with like a new girlfriend, and
Yeah, I know. I have the Blu-ray.
he
I never opened it. I
he
got to
would
rip
run
them.
out the town.
I got to rip them and put them in my home theater over here.
My favorite episode is when he lands the plane as the Hulk. The kid has to like freaking teach him how to land the plane. He freaking lands the plane.
Dude, if somebody turned into a green monster on an airplane, I'd fucking just faint. And then you wouldn't even know what would happen. I wouldn't be like, oh, hey, I'll help you land the plane.
Right.
I'd be scared shit screaming.
Yeah.
Scary.
That first episode was crazy. Not the pilot episode, but the actual like the first TV episode. Like there was a lot of fucking crazy like actors in that first episode.
Good old Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
All right, let me read
Good.
our members. So shout out to Thunders Productions. A lot of these people he did give memberships to, so that's awesome. And a lot of people actually are members, so that's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Real quick before I read this, they showed the legs of Shadow the Hedgehog for
Oh,
Sonic
shit.
3. So Sonic 3 is going to be released December 2024. So
Let's
there you
go.
There we go.
I didn't see Sonic 2. I gotta fucking watch it.
So, okay, did you see the first one?
Yeah, I saw the first one.
They totally fooled everybody.
Yeah.
The guy, the military guy who gives them the gift card at the end, he's the fucking guy that's with Shadow in the game.
Right.
But we didn't know that until the second movie. The post-credit scene, he's like, is Shadow ready? And it shows kind of like Shadow's tube that he's in.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's the fucking guy. That's the old fucking guy in the back of the box of Shadow the Hedgehog. Which is the guy from Freddy vs. Jason. Laurie's father.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on the commish too, that guy. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the Sonic movies? Yes. Sonic 3 was announced for December 2024. No word on Jim Carrey. He claims he's retired, but let's see what happens. Hopefully he comes back, because he was really good in that movie. Those two movies. The two movies were excellent. It's VB with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate that.
Thanks,
Check out
man.
It's VB's channel. He'll probably be streaming after us, depending on what's going on, but check him out over there. Check out Dreadpool's channel. Dreadpool's uploading a lot of stuff. He'll be uploading some stuff soon. Go ahead, Eli.
You ever watch the RoboCop series? Like the TV show?
Is it
I
a
never seen
cartoon?
No, the action, like there was a live action
I
RoboCop
probably saw
show.
it as a
only
kid,
lasted-
and I totally forgot
Yeah.
about it until you brought it up just now.
It only lasted one season, so it's, I don't doubt I remember it. And apparently there was all these like TV movies too in like the early 2000s. It was like freaking like 4 or 5 fucking RoboCop TV movie.
May says, totally random. I was thinking of something from earlier. Some people hug their Xboxes before bed at night. Bro, there are people that have sex with their PS5s. Okay? That's a fact. And PS4. A lot of people would post their PS4 in bed with them.
Yeah.
So what's worse, hugging your Xbox or fucking your, literally, your PS4, PS5? Why do you think the PS5 was white?
So you can't see the freaking.
Can't see what loads they're blowing.
Holy shit.
That's why
Oh my
Jim Ryan
God.
was like, make that thing white.
Just in case.
Yeah,
We want to protect our customers like Apple. Okay. So I want to thank our members on YouTube. David R., DJ, Back from the Dead, Rodney Williams, David, May, Jin, Stevie Mac, Cannibal Ritual, Dreadpool, RWK88, Thunders Productions himself, the man. It's
Hell
VB. It's VB. Hockey fan. And Nick Noguera. And Nick Noguera, because you keep interrupting me while I'm talking. Thank you for being channel members, and thank you guys for also sharing with the community and gifting memberships here. Now I want to go to Patreon. Thank our patrons over there. You won't see me for a second here. I want to thank
Patreon.
Our members on Patreon: JB Zombie 89, Abo, Hockey Fan, and Captain Catch. Thank you for being members of the Game Complainers podcast over on Patreon. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. You keep this channel going. And all this stuff definitely helps when we get stuff for the channel, for unboxings and stuff like that, equipment. And thank you. You guys don't have to do this stuff and you do it. So it's really cool. Thank you.
Yeah. You guys keep us going, and yeah, thanks for always tuning in every single week to our shows and content,
Now, Eli, what are you you're coming this weekend or next weekend, or what are you doing?
I'm coming next weekend. This weekend I'm doing 2 shows this weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
So I know what's going on.
Yeah. So it'll probably be next weekend.
Yeah, all right. What are you doing with this computer, Anthony? I know you're not coming here in the next 3 weeks because it's fucking Christmas, but you got any plans for that or no?
Yeah, I'm starting to, I have all the links and stuff like that, so I hit my buddy up and I sent him the SKU numbers, so he just has to get back to me with that stuff. So I'll start with that and then kind of work my way around to the other stuff. Like as,
Also,
the next couple of weeks goes by.
Also tell him if any of those things go on clearance or something to just grab it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This way,
Yeah, definitely.
you'll have that stuff cheaper. But you're pretty good because the 14 series is like $30 to $50 more money than the last gen.
Right.
So you're gonna have a brand new computer whenever you build this thing.
Yeah. No, seriously, it's like I've been telling everyone on the channel. I've just been.
We were talking about going to Intel 13th generation, but it looks like you can hit the 14 now.
Right.
It's gonna be a beast, and I think you got to buy that case first. Pick your case
Okay.
out and buy it because the black and orange one just came back in stock after several months. I thought they stopped making that case, and then it was in my
Wow.
cart, and it's like, oh, in stock. I was like, oh shit, it's back. I don't need one, but if I was gonna get a case, I would get that case.
Yeah, that is a sweet case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, so that's the plan with that. Just try to get the pieces together if it's, in January or something like that, if that's what it comes down to when we set up the stream to do it, because we'd like to do it on stream, And the fans deserve to know, so because they chipped in a lot for it. Obviously, it's because of them. So
they'll know when we go live on your channel building that thing.
yeah, they'll know.
They'll know. Camame with $199 super chat.
What the hell? He just bought us an Xbox. Well, half
Xbox.
He hit me up with $1.99 super chat. I just want to say it, see what you guys would say.
I was gonna be like,
with $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Cam. What do you think?
thank you. I know. I was just saying, like, yeah, that it wouldn't surprise me though. People are crazy. People
Yeah.
give us some great support on here. So
Well, we appreciate all the support because
yeah,
we definitely needed to keep these channels going. Look, I'm going to do YouTube one way or another, but all the donations and stuff like that, super chat, it helps me get some of this stuff so that I can review it, unbox it, talk about it, recommend it, or tell you guys, hey, it's not that good right now. Speaking of not good right now, I still got the PS5 Portal.
oh yeah,
I played it that one time during the unboxing. I didn't play it after that.
yeah.
I got to
I
check
don't
it
know,
out.
like-
Apparently, this thing keeps selling out. I don't think people realize what they're buying. I think there's going to be a lot of people at Christmas unhappy.
Little Johnny is going to be upset.
Mommy, PSP. Mommy, games at work.
I can't play it outside the house.
Bro, the fucking the wireless earbuds for this machine are $199.
Oh my god.
So the fucking machine is $199. So you're gonna pay more money for this thing and the earbuds than you would just buying a PS5. Again, it's like the fucking PS Vita. It's like, do you want people to buy the PlayStation 4 or the Vita? And everyone chose the 4. Because the price was the same amount of money.
Got these freaking spend it on everything.
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
It's just, they always do this. Every fucking time Sony does this shit.
Those
Yeah, it's
proprietary,
all out.
like, fucking cards and everything. And,
Oh, they're getting sued for that. We didn't talk about that either. They're getting sued for billions. Because they won't
Didn't I talk about that last week? Or I don't know if I did.
You might have talked about that last week, but it's been a big topic all week. That they're getting
Right,
their
it's been
asses sued.
ongoing. Yeah.
And there's
I remember reading the article.
There's a rumor Sony might go bankrupt. So I don't know what's going on there, but we'll fucking see what happens. I don't know if that's true.
Money's being spent, and it's even worse if it goes that far. And like you said, people are still.
There's a rumor that Sony has warehouses full of PS5s that they can't unload, and they're not slims.
No.
They're the fat boys.
Big boys.
So I don't know what's going to happen. But if that rumor's true, I don't know if that's true or not. Because I read that. I was like, I don't know if this is true or not.
Yeah.
But they got to do something. If they're really, getting fucked over like that, they got to figure it out.
Yeah, seriously. There's already a lot of bad decisions that are being made. So this on top of that is just like, yeah, it's not a good look.
The Slim still isn't out here. Now the Slim, they did release it here without a bundle.
Right.
So it's $4.99 with no game. The digital console is only on Sony's website. And I think Amazon finally got it the other day. And again, not a bundle. So that those Spider-Man and Call of Duty bundles were only for Black Friday. So
Wow.
good thing I scored those because I got those games for free. In fact, I have 2 extra codes for Spider-Man 2. And I have a God of War code that I didn't redeem and a Horizon Forbidden West code I didn't redeem. Those, I'm going to be giving those to my wife. She doesn't play PlayStation. But I'll put those on her account, so if she ever wants to check them out, she's got them.
Sure.
So, we'll see what happens with that.
I think his phone died.
Oh, his phone died.
Yeah. I heard him say like, "Oh, I think my phone died," and then it's just like,
well, this is why you keep your phone plugged in when you're live streaming. I mean, come on. Eli, my man, when you come back here for good, we got to set you up with a studio. Turn his bathroom into a fucking studio.
hey man, people have done it.
Okay, we always used to talk, like me and my friends. If there was a fucking guy who had his toilet bowl in the middle of his living room, and he had the window, and he would get deliveries, like pizza delivered, he literally wouldn't have to get off the toilet. He could just keep
That's
sitting
true.
in the toilet, grab his food from the window, thank you, and here's the money to the guy.
Thank you. Here you go.
This was before Uber and ordering shit online, and
yeah.
we thought about this like 20 years ago. Like, this guy wouldn't have to leave the toilet at all for anything. It'd be crazy.
Hey, I mean, it's pretty much what you could do now. You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy how much shit you can actually order.
But we were wondering.
But then they mess up your order, and here he is.
Here he is. So I was just wondering. All right, years ago we were thinking of that. Yeah, you're back. Let me ask you something. I need to know this because this guy looks like J. Jonah Jameson. What's that cartoon? Yeah. Impossible? Is that him?
No. Well, the guy that plays him, yeah, that's the guy.
It's the same character guy. J. Jonah Jameson.
The character, no, it's a totally different like.
Why universe. The fuck does he look like J. Jonah Jameson? Literally looks like him. I'm thinking that's J. Jonah Jameson in a superhero costume. What, are you gonna fucking go to sleep on me here?
I think he froze. He definitely froze.
Hey, dickhead, we're talking to you. Answer.
Oh, that's awesome. It's not a very flattering pause.
I thought he said he left Japan. His Wi-Fi's still bad.
Oh, shit.
Do you know what the hell do you know about this show?
I don't know.
Because I see this guy's in Mortal Kombat. And I'm like, why is J. Jonah Jameson in Mortal Kombat?
J. Jonah Jameson?
This is where Peter gets fired.
Bear, you're fired.
Bear. Uncle Ben. Bear. Bear.
Bear.
Bear.
Bear.
Bear.
Bear. Bear.
Bear.
Help me. He's gone.
He needs a fucking beer. Yo, I like how Dog the Bounty Hunter kills him in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. I just showed Callie those movies, actually. I just rewatched them for the first time in like since they came out.
Christ.
Okay, is this Impossible guy, is he J. Jonah Jameson? The character. Is it the character?
No, J. Jonah Jameson is not the impossible guy. No,
Then why is
Omni
it?
Man is like a Omni Man's a totally different like type of like in the comic book.
Why does he
Like
look like
he
J. Jonah
looks,
Jameson then?
I don't
Literally,
know. He
it fucking
fucking
looks
got
like the guy.
mustache.
I thought they were
He's
just
an old dude
ripping
with
on
a
the
mustache.
character. Invincible. I said impossible. I told you I don't watch his shit.
Yeah,
David R. Yes, Invincible. Is
he
that J.
probably
Jonah
did take
Jameson?
like.
It's him. They fucking took his whole fucking face.
I mean, look, like J. Jonah Jameson plays him in the show, like the actual guy. So I mean, if
What do you mean the actual guy, the voice actor?
no, the dude from the Tobey Maguire movies, he plays the character in the cartoon.
Yes. He plays his voice in the cartoon, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Why
so
the fuck
like
did?
maybe
But why does he look like they totally ripping on this character? How's Marvel not sue them? Or is it Marvel?
there's a weird thing about Invincible because Robert Kirkman, he created Invincible while he was like at Marvel, but he didn't like it was weird. He created it in his own studio, but he crossed him over into Marvel, but it was only like a one shot deal. It was, I don't know. It was like
Well,
it's
he's in
weird.
Mortal
So he's
Kombat,
he's
so he's
not
got to be a DC guy, right?
no. He's just one of Robert Kirkman's creations. He's like The Walking Dead, like the same guy that created The Walking Dead created Invincible. So like he owns all those characters.
The dude looks like J. Jonah Jameson.
I don't know. He just looks like J.
Because I
Jonah.
would always see photos of this guy. I was like, why is he in a superhero costume? It's like a parody.
Yeah. If you look at him in the I mean, he has a similar look, but he doesn't have like.
The fucking cartoon looks exactly like him. And you got the same voice actor. Come on, they know what they're doing.
I don't, like I said, I don't doubt it because Kirkman was working in Marvel while when he made Invincible, and so he probably was like, "Yeah, what if I made J. Jonah Jameson a superpowered fucking evil Superman?" You know?
Great. Now I'll never watch it. Thanks a lot. You ruined the whole show for me.
I haven't even seen the fucking show. I only read the comic.
Fuck that show. Um, is it true that it's not good for the PS5 to stand up, or is it better to lay it down? That was like fear. No, it's not fear mongering, Karai. We actually had a repair guy who repairs several PlayStation 5s every week. Confirm that it
Mm.
is a problem. However, as long as you're not messing with the console, Camome, I have mine standing up, but it doesn't move. Now, if you got kids and it's on and they start wiggling the thing around, yeah, the liquid metal is going to get all over the place.
Yeah.
The engineers from Sony came to do a video though, and they said, right, they said that when the machine was released. They didn't say that after the fact. We have an actual engineer. He's called Decoder on YouTube. This guy's not a fanboy guy. He fixes consoles for a living and other computer parts. He's had about 20 to 30 of these machines come to him with liquid metal all on the inside, and these machines were never open. And he asked the customer, was this vertical? And they said yes. So he came to the conclusion that either the machines were vertical and they fell, or they were wiggled around, or the customers had some sort of kids or something that were wiggling the machine around. So it is recommended that you do horizontal, but vertically, as long as you have it where nobody's going to mess with it or it's not going to fall, you should be fine. Because when the system is on, the liquid metal is always going. It's always reheating itself. If it's on and you fucking like throw it on the floor, it's going to splatter all over the board. But there is a protective cover that does protect it from hitting all of the board. But there are cases that this guy's had in his shop where it's splattered all over the board and the guy can't fix it. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Slim, but somehow Series SSDs are fine. That just doesn't make sense. I don't know. The guy's he's done a lot of tests on it, and he's a good repair guy. So check him out. He's a coder on YouTube. It actually does make sense because if liquid metal is always heating, if the machine is on and it's always heating to reflow, what happens? It's always reflowing, and you wiggle the machine around or throw it on the floor, that's going to go splat. Yes, the liquid metal, when the machine is on, the liquid metal is heating up and it's always reflowing. That's what keeps the temperatures down in there. And they put that protective pad around the chip that has the liquid metal on it, so that in case it does spill on its own or whatever, it won't get onto the board. However, there have been instances that this guy's opened machines that have never been opened before. They've been splat on the motherboard. And that's what this guy brought to the attention of pretty much everyone on YouTube. But of course, the fanboy guys are like, it's fake, he's lying, he's a fanboy. And he's like, you can watch my entire video, my entire channel. He goes, I've never fanboyed over anything. I'm here to fix machines. Which is true. So.
Yeah.
Definitely check his channel out. He has a video about it, explaining it. And he will explain everything. So, there you go. You think the Game Boy's
I'm not
worth
surprised.
What?
They always used to say, like, even before, like, the whole liquid metal thing, like, when people used to stand their PS2s up, it would like scratch the games, or the games would get stuck in the freaking system, or something would happen with the disk drive if you like left it vertical. Like, so
Leaving systems,
it's always been like an issue.
Leaving the ship vertical. Like, okay, I have mine vertical right here. Okay, but it's not going anywhere.
Right.
I don't have kids coming in here and fucking throwing the shit across the room or anything.
Yeah.
Literally, it's just right here. As long as you leave it vertically in one spot, you're good. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When the machine, say you had the machine on and you turn it off, and then you take the machine immediately and fucking flip it upside down, you're asking for trouble.
Right.
Because when you turn the machine off, the liquid metal cools down, and then it becomes a solid. Until you turn it on, it heats back up and it starts flowing again.
Yeah.
But is liquid metal a toxic one? I don't know. Probably.
Just,
You
I
think they
wouldn't
care
doubt
about
it.
your health? They don't care. If it saves them a couple of bucks.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Give the money.
Do we have another one? Well, there you go, Camo May. So do what you got to do, but just don't jostle the machine around, and you should be fine.
Yeah.
And Sony's engineers, I hate to break it to you, Karai, they're kind of shitty because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Just look at that boat. Anthony and I opened your dad's PS5, right?
Yeah.
Remember how much empty room was in there?
Yeah.
And we were like, why is this a boat?
It just, made you question that design when you're looking at it,
Once I got my Dead Rising stuck in a 360 and it was vertical and fell over, I got it out eventually and learned my lesson. Yeah, man, Thunders, you got to watch it. The 360, people used to leave that shit vertical, and then it would fall, and it would put that laser scratch on the disc.
Yeah.
It'd sound like a chainsaw. It'd be like, ew.
Yeah. There was a lawsuit over those, too. Microsoft lost. They had to settle. For the vertical, some of the disk drives were scratching discs in the vertical position. They paid. They paid out the ass for that one. Yeah, just keep it wherever you want, but just make sure it's secure and it's in a safe place. Or keep it horizontal and don't worry about it. I don't care one way or another because all my stuff, I got a lot of digital games on there too, so it's not even a big deal for me, one way or another. All right, I think we're gonna run. So I want to thank you all
Yep.
for watching. What? Go ahead.
No, no, I was just like, we're gonna run. So I was like, yeah.
All right, we're all gonna run.
Oh yeah.
I want to thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. And Anthony, you're gonna be streaming tomorrow on your channel.
Not tomorrow. I'm actually going to be streaming on. Well, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, but I'm going to be streaming on my friend Resident Evil Challenger's channel. We're going to be doing Outbreak, Resident Evil Outbreak online. We're going to be playing just 2 scenarios because that was our incentive if we lost the dice lock when we were in the UK. So we finally are finding the time to do it, and that's what we're going to do. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
Sounds good. And next Thursday, not this Thursday, not tomorrow, but next Thursday, we'll be streaming the Game Awards on your channel. Let's Talk Resident Evil at around, what did you say, 6:30 p.m.?
probably 6:30, yeah, because it starts at 7:30. Well, really, it's like that little pre-show, but it probably really starts at 8. But we'll start at 6:30 so we can get everyone in the chat and get everyone situated.
The two of us will be there. We'll be here next Wednesday. Obviously, I'm assuming Fred will be back. If
Right.
Eli's around, he can also come in. So we should have 4 people. Shout out to Fred. He couldn't make it today. He was working at school. Pretty late today. He let me know this morning, so
Yeah.
it wasn't a big deal. I knew Eli was coming on anyway, so I was like, yeah, no problem, not a big deal. But yeah, we'll probably see Fred next week. And hopefully we'll hear from Frank at some point.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
Yeah, man.
Good old Frank. Hope he's doing well.
Do you want to come on next week, Eli? Or are you busy?
Yeah, I haven't. I don't know my schedule for next week, but
Yeah, whatever.
I'll probably be free. So I'll let you know like a
Yeah.
day or 2 before.
Yeah, just let me know whenever. It's not a big deal. All right, we're out of here. Everyone, take care.
All
Stay
right, guys.
safe. Have a good one. Peace.
Take care. Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
Is it over?